Well,
Hello.
good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome again to the Potting Shed. It's the start of a new week, which is weird to say on a Thursday.
It is, but it's the start of our new week, isn't it?
It is indeed. It is the start of our new week. We got the list, didn't we, the other day?
We
had
did.
a little look through. There's some exciting things for you today, so we're really pleased to be here to tell you all about them. Hello to everybody that's a regular. You know who we are if you're brand new. My name is Bex. This is the lovely Adam, and we are here to tell you all about some fantastic plants. But let me do some of the stuff that you need to know first of all. There's a code that's just appeared on the screen there, YGTV 2125. Whenever you place an order, you need to enter that code in where it says, do you have an offer code? Put that in because it unlocks all of the magic. There is some magic involved in what we're doing here today. That is any deal, any savings, it will unlock that. If there's a buy one, get one free, if there's a double up deal or a triple deal, but it also gives you free postage on everything in the potting shed. There is no building a basket. You don't have to get over a certain amount. You can come in and buy one item, you'll get free postage. You can come in and buy everything on the show and you'll get free postage as well. We've got all sorts. We've got a really good mix of products here today as well. We've got perennials, we've got roses, we've got summer bedding, we've got great big trees, we've got shrubs. Oh, and we've got that pre-order on that Miscanthus right there. Look at that. Oh, I want one of these in my garden.
Nice, aren't they? Look at the
They're
colour
so
of that.
pretty. We might talk a little bit about Chelsea Flower Show because we were there the other day, so we might just talk a little bit about it because it was good fun, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was amazing. I mean,
We
it was
had a
brilliant.
great time.
And we had lovely weather. It was a gorgeous warm day. Yeah, fabulous.
It was lovely. Right, if you want to talk to us, you can do. There is an email address on the screen. If you want to send any pictures, questions, comments, you can send that to ygtv@yougarden.com. Good morning, Dingo. Good morning, Becky. Good morning to all of you watching on YouTube, Facebook, and on our website. If you want to join the chat on YouTube and Facebook, you are most welcome. I have the iPad, so I'm ready to talk to you on YouTube. Stu's going to keep an eye on Facebook for us. So Dingo and Becky are in straight away on YouTube this morning. So thank you so much. Send us those emails, send us those pictures. I think it was Dingo that sent one in already. Yes, it was. I like this. He says, morning all, just a few pics before it rains again. Cheers, Dingo.
Rains again? You're lucky.
There's a bit of rain coming across. Tonight it's going to rain. I will not be watering the plants later because it's going to rain overnight.
We do need a good downpour,
don't
we?
we?
That would
I think
be good.
we need it.
Yeah,
the grass is starting to look just a little bit bare and patchy.
I think there's some bees in my garden that have never experienced rain since they hatched or whatever bees do, you know. So when it first rains, it can be, oh, what's this coming down?
We're very excited about a bit of rain. Amazing. This is gardener's life, isn't it? This is what happens in gardener's worlds. Right, we're going to crack on. I'm going to start talking about some beautiful plants for you. We'll come back over here, but we're going straight over to our favourites table. Now, we've selected some absolute winners, I think.
Bangers.
This week is
We've
the
got
week
some bangers.
where nothing changes on the favourites table. That is a bold statement, but I'm sticking with it. We're going to keep everything on the favourites table. By Sunday, it's all going to be here, still on this table. I'm doing it. There we go. Shall we see what happens by Sunday? You have to come back and check on Sunday, obviously, to see whether that's correct or not. Stu's not sure.
This has all been recorded.
I'm confident.
Yeah.
I am confident. This is it. This is the favourites table. Here we go. Right, we're going to start with, I think, my absolute favourite. It is invisible. It's on pre-order. That's why it's invisible. So I do need to tell you that. We can't show you the physical plant, unfortunately, but you can pre-order it now. You can get your free postage and you will get 3 of these plug plants included. This is the Miscanthus Lady in red.
Can you get a Mr. and Mrs. Miscanthus as well?
Can I get a what?
A Mr. and Mrs.
Mr. and
Miscanthus.
Mrs. Miscanthus.
Yeah, so
that's
you've got all of them.
Mouthful, isn't it?
But yeah, this is beautiful, isn't it?
Oh my word,
Unusual.
look at this. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You get these bright red stems, don't you? First when it happens in spring and then it turns into a lovely sort of deeper colour throughout the season.
Yeah, I mean, look at that. I mean, that for some reason, that reminds me of an ostrich.
Does
I don't know
it?
why. Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's kind of got that ostrichy kind of look to it. But yeah, so beginning of the year, these beautiful, beautiful, really gorgeous green leaves, and then as you head towards late summer into autumn, they change to this fiery red, and then you get
Did
those.
they come out green? I thought they came out red.
No, I think it starts green. Yeah, and then
Sorry.
it turns
My
red towards the autumn. And then you get these fantastic plumes coming out the top there.
They just, when the wind is blowing,
They're
it
amazing,
just sort of
aren't they?
dances around.
Yeah, and Miscanthus is really, really tough. It's one of the toughest grasses you can grow. It grows pretty much anywhere apart from really heavy, wet soils. It will come back year after year. It will gradually form a bigger clump for you. I think this one gets to about a metre and a half, so it's not like absolutely massive. It's not going to be like a huge pampas grass that's going to take over. It reminds me a little bit of the Red Baron. It's got that kind of similar kind of feel to it, isn't it?
100%. I absolutely adore it, and it's hardy as well,
oh,
isn't
yeah,
it?
bone hardy.
So you don't need to worry about this at all.
No.
I think it's going to work in so many different planting schemes as well. You know, like grasses, obviously, we used to think they were all about just low-maintenance gardens, and, you know, if you struggle to garden and you don't want to get out there too much, that was what to plant. But actually, it's changed now, hasn't it? People are planting these in so many different schemes.
Yeah, and this is really drought-tolerant, this grass. Once it's established, it'll come up every year. And all you need to do in the spring, late winter, early spring, is cut it down to about 6-7 inches tall. No lower, and then and then it will come back. It'll do this for you year after year, and it'll be magnificent.
It's not long to wait either. Stu's just highlighting it there for you. That is tomorrow's date, by the way. So we're obviously expecting these very, very soon. As Adam said, they're really drought tolerant. You know, they're going to work in so many different locations, not just in the garden, but around the country as well, because this would be a great sort of coastal plant. It would be great for inner city plant, you know.
And even in a large planter, I mean, if you had one of our 35 or 50 litre pots, it'd actually probably grow in there because it's compact enough to survive in there long term.
Right, it's going to come out as 3 plug plants, okay? So you're going to get these, you're going to... Would you grow them on a little bit?
Yeah,
or would
I'll
you
grow them on.
Yeah,
definitely. Yeah.
So grow them on a little bit and then plant them out into your chosen location. Stu's saying something to me. Here's a reason to be a YGTV viewer. Well, yeah, because we're here. No. We want you to see the difference that the code makes when you place your order. The price that everyone else is paying is $24.99, and they're going to be paying £6.99 postage. But all you have to do is enter the code. This is the magic that I was talking about a few minutes ago. Type that in, look what happens. We're taking a £5 off, and we're taking £6.99 postage off. So you've just saved £11.99 just by sticking a code in.
And you can make it even better than that, because you've still got a £5 voucher.
Oh, my word, yeah.
You could put one of those in.
Well, this is all part of being a club member, of course. Remember, by shopping with us on YGTV, you can join the amazing discount club that we've got. It costs you £10 to join, but that's your yearly membership. It auto-renews, but what you get is 15% discount off of all the plants in the show or the website. But, of course, with YGTV, you get free postage with the items that we've selected. If you want to check them out, go to the website, click on the Live Now button, scroll down, and you'll see all of the items selected for the show today. Those are the ones that have got the free postage on. So fill your baskets, get all of the goodies that you need for your garden, because this is the most cost-effective way of doing it. It's £16.99 club membership price. You even get more discount by being in the club. Do get that. That's my prediction. That's my top tip for today. I think that one's definitely going to stay on the favourites table.
You said it.
I said it. I said it. So it's got to happen now. What's your prediction for today?
Cahunia. I like this Cahunia.
Yeah, this one's lovely,
really
isn't it?
Different, really
I love
unusual.
the way it's spelt, and you say it completely differently. Cahunia. This is called Nepalese flame, and just check out these beautiful bright red trumpet flowers that you get on this plant. It's a beauty, isn't it?
Yeah, and actually it's quite a good one to grow along or nearby the Miscanthus, because they're both kind of late summer into early autumn plants that really give you that punch of colour, that super interest when other things are starting to flag. This one has got beautiful leaves, really almost kind of lovely velvety furry leaves on here. Look at that root. Goodness, you had to wrestle that out of the pot there,
I did have to give it a bit of a squeeze to get it out of there. That is a really rooty plant there.
That's a bruty.
A bruty, yes, absolutely.
That's a bruty, that
one. It's not a rooty beauty, it's a bruty.
Yeah, and this is a stunning plant. These great big spikes of really deep red flowers. Plant this somewhere sunny, sheltered, well drained. It does fantastically well in containers, and it will start flowering for you August, September, right into October. It'll attract those late pollinating insects. It will be a talking point. It's really different, really unusual. It will come back year after year. It just needs a kind of a little bit of a shelter place and a well-drained place to kind of get through winter. But I did grow it myself donkeys years ago. I grew one of these in my old garden in Bishop Stortford, and it was amazing. It was really different, really unusual.
Long time ago, yeah.
Long time. Yeah, long time ago. It was, I think Moses was around at the time. I remember. Yeah.
Well, you are saving £8 on that particular deal today by using the code, and then you're getting your 15% discount as well, taking it to $18.67. 3 of those included. How big does it get, Adam?
This doesn't get that tall, about 60 centimetres or so it's not really, really tall. 60 centimetres is about a metre sort of height. And it's a weird kind of plant because it kind of straddles between being a kind of a perennial and almost a kind of a small shrub. Sometimes they call these things like sub-shrubs. So
a sub-shrub?
Yeah.
I like it.
Yeah, they kind of cross that boundary a bit. But yeah, I mean, look at the spikes of gorgeous, gorgeous red on these. You're going to get 3 of these beautiful plants. You get those lovely velvety, furry leaves on there as well. And it's kind of well worth the wait, this, because it'll explode into colour at the same time of the year as things like hibiscus, for example. So it's great for giving that big surge of colour late in the season. And it'll be different. It'll be a talking point. And I even love it just for the foliage.
Yeah, it's got a lovely leaf. Stu reckons it looks a bit like a kiwi. It feels like it. I think it looks a bit like a viburnum leaf as well.
Yeah, it does. And they're soft, aren't they? They're like
really
almost like
soft.
rabbit's ears. They've got that kind of soft kind of feel to them. But yeah, that's a beauty, that one. Give that a go. You'll love it.
Yeah, well, it's new to us here in the Potting Shed, so I'm hoping it's new to you as well. 561339 is the item number. If you're shopping via the website, you can just type that code in, or of course, like I said, you can scroll through on the Live Now button and see all of the items on the live, 3 included. Now, if you are shopping on the website, here's a top tip. Put an item in your basket and then put the code, whether you're going to get that item or not, put the code in, because then when you go back to the main page where you can see all of the items, it'll give you the actual prices that you're going to pay. So if you click on that Live Now bit there, look, scroll down. Yeah, it might be at the bottom if you're on a phone, by the way. Scroll down here. These are the prices. These are that you can see now. These are the YouGarden TV prices, because Stu's already entered the code. Just makes it a little bit easier to shop, I think, if you can see the actual price that you're going to pay. Yes, look, we've got all the garden readies coming in. All 4 of those are the garden readies that we've got in there for you. The monkey puzzle tree, the toffee apple tree. These are really long-lived plants for your garden. Apples and lemons, I love that, yeah, of course. We've got our beautiful Harkness rose, the Lakeland. We were on the Harkness rose stand the other day at Chelsea. It was beautiful. Oh, no, what happened there? It is a crazy price on that one as well, by the way. We'll be showing you that one in a little while. It's on that table, so I'll come over there. What's the matter, Stu? It's not showing him the rose. We're going to have a little look into that. We'll find out if there's a problem. Right, let's bring you over, shall we? Because we have got a little taster of the garden readies for you. We've chosen the Sweet Williams to go on the favourite table.
I love Sweet Williams.
I love that. My mum really adores Sweet Williams as well.
And they remind me of my grandma, because my grandma always used to have a lovely cut bunch of Sweet Williams. They make a fantastic plant for the vase, for cutting, bringing indoors. They're hardy. They come back year after year for you. Easy to grow. They do really well in poor soils as well. They're not fussed about really, really rich soil. Oh, look at the roots on there, I say.
Know.
That is gorgeous, that one.
This is what Garden Ready is all about. So these are large plug plants, basically. So they are garden ready. They are ready for you to plant out. There's no growing on required. No. You can get these straight outside.
And these are hardy plants as well. I've got Sweet Williams in my own garden. I've had them in there for about 4 or 5 years. They kind of die down a little bit in the winter, but they still keep sort of a few evergreeny looking leaves. They sort of just go down to the base of the ground kind of thing, and then in the spring they shoot back and you get these gorgeous heads of flower. And this isn't 3 varieties. It's similar to a lot of plants. It's a bit like the Erigeron that we do, the Carvinskianus. It has that habit of, like, the flowers change colour depending on how old they are. So you get this lovely mix of sort of all different pinks, whites, all on one flower head. As I say, these make great cut flowers. They do have a bit of a fragrance as well. They're a member of the Dianthus family, same as pinks, but they're not quite as fragrant as pinks, but they do have a nice little fragrance. They'll be covered in pollinating insects, the bees, the hoverflies, the butterflies. They'll adore these. Once one flower head is finished, trim that off, give them a little water and a feed with our blooming fast, for example. They'll throw up some more flower spikes and they'll just keep going for you all through the summer into the autumn. All they ask for is a nice, bright, sunny spot, well-drained soil, and give them space. Don't make them compete with other plants. If they've got their own little bit of space, that's where they really, really thrive.
They do indeed, and they are just sweet and gorgeous. You can cut them, you can have them cut flowers as well if you want to. If you like going out in the garden with your little pair of scissors or secateurs and cutting a bunch of flowers to bring indoors, Sweet Williams are a great one. We did get asked a few weeks ago for Sweet Williams, so yeah, they're here now, they're ready, and they are garden ready as well. 10 of those garden ready plants for you. £11.04 is your club price. Mauricio saying, favourite flower, Sweet Williams as a young child. Yeah, absolutely. And yes, Nana, they are rooty, aren't they? Lorraine on Facebook, thank you for your comments. She's just saying that we are a great provider of plants. So yeah, thank you. We're very, proud and privileged to be here, aren't we?
Absolutely, we love it. We're doing something a bit different here. We're kind of approaching gardening in a completely different way, which is nice.
I hope so. Well, I'm glad to see you all keep coming back anyway, so that's brilliant. If you are brand new, do pop into the chat and say hello. We're a very welcoming bunch. And if you've got any questions, you're more than welcome to ask them, because we'll do our best to answer them for you. Right. Oh, yes. Sometimes if we don't know the answer, then our viewers chip in and help. And that is really important, because actually it's a gardening community here. It's not about us standing here and telling you everything. Often we learn from you, which is why we love seeing your pictures. It gives really good inspiration, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
I like it.
And, yeah, I mean, some of the things you're growing as well, and kind of the mixes and the mixtures you do. And it's really good when you've ordered stuff from us and then you show it flowering, you show it growing. It's like, yay. It's really encouraging.
I showed Adam a little picture or a little video of mine this morning. So one of my tuberoses is coming back this year, and it's flowering already, which is ridiculous. It's not supposed to be flowering yet. But yeah, they were all from last year. They've all come back. I've got growth coming from all of them. And one has sent up a flower spike nice and early. It's filling my house with fragrance.
Yeah, I saw the picture earlier. It's gorgeous.
Oh, it's
really,
amazing.
really lovely.
If I get a chance, I'll show you later on. We're not talking about tuberoses today, but I just want to show off. Right, let's move on, shall we? We've got the lovely Allium bubble bath for you here. Now, this is a really gorgeous variety of Allium, and I like the shade, first of all, because it's a sort of a lilac-y colour shade rather than the deep purple, but it's almost got like a fuzzy look to it as well, hasn't it?
And guess what?
What?
I got these.
I got these in my garden.
I have got these as well. I've got like a rectangular bed in the middle of my lawn, and I've got a lovely clump of these at the edge of the lawn, and they're doing exactly what these are doing. They're sending up loads and loads of flower spikes. I've planted these in my customers' gardens as well, because they are alliums, but they're not kind of necessarily the alliums that you think of at the Chelsea Flower Show. They're not the really great big tall alliums that get to like a metre tall. These, I mean, in my garden, they normally get to about 12, 18 inches tall, and what happens is, yeah, they have insane root systems, these Bex.
Yeah,
and what you find is, after a couple of 2 or 3 years, you can get like 10, 15, even 20 flower spikes per plant.
Amazing.
So they really, really kind of fill out. You get all that gorgeous sort of like strappy-like foliage that comes up. And particularly what I like about them, they flower later than the normal type of alliums. The alliums that grow from bulbs, they tend to finish before these. So if you love alliums and you want to keep the allium theme going in your garden, these will do that, and these in my customers' gardens have really gone from June into July, even a good sort of 8 weeks of flowers on these.
I quite like the idea of planting them around where you've planted like your bulb, your purple sensation, for example. So your purple sensation will go over. These are much shorter, and if you planted them around the base there, you'd still get that allium colour, and then you'd have the faded one up at the top, which looks really architectural and beautiful.
And they're easy to grow. I mean,
so easy. Yeah.
Nice, sunny, open position, well-drained soil. They do very well on poor soils as well. They don't need really, really rich soil. They do fantastic in pots. They're bone hardy. They'll come back year after year, no problem at all. They die down in the autumn, in the winter, and all you sort of see in the winter time is like just little kind of shoots at the base, but you can still see where they are. In the spring, you see the leaves start to emerge, and then about this time of year, the flower spikes come up. They'll open, and they last a long, long time, those flower spikes, and they're almost a bit like, if you've ever grown chives, they're a bit like the flowers you get on chives, but they're bigger.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, just a really good way of extending that season of alliums if you absolutely adore alliums, which, let's face it, who doesn't really? They're beautiful. Stunning.
Well, nice big saving on that one for you as well. We've taken £14. You have to enter the code, otherwise you'll be paying the full price. But £14 will come off that. Of course, you're getting your discount, $21.22 for all 3 of those. Flowers are just starting to come at the moment, so you're going to get you're going to get all of the beauty of these, because you'll get them at the right point, so you can enjoy all of those flowers. And Stu is right; he's just said in my ear, I'm very proud of Bex. She didn't buy any alliums at the Chelsea Flower Show. I was really good. I did not spend. I bought a Pims, and that was, in fact, I bought 2 Pims, and that was me spent up. Couldn't afford to buy anything else.
Well, no, price of a flipping glass of Pims. I was saying there was
a lovely Pims, I've got to admit, but you know, it's expensive.
Was good, but there was one of those champagne places, and for a 125 millilitre of wine, it was £27.50 for a glass of champagne.
They've got you. They've got you.
Yeah, it wasn't busy. Not surprising.
Right, let's move on to the final one on the favourites table. This is the Shasta Daisy. I do love these. Big, bold, bright daisy flowers.
Yeah,
They're gorgeous.
Going right back to my childhood again as well, because I remember in my grandma's garden she grew loads of these, and she used to cut them and put them in vases. But back then they were super tall plants. They always used to fall over when it rained and stuff. These are a lot more compact, so these are kind of get to about 50 centimetres or so. They're not going to get really tall, needs loads of staking. But look at these. I mean, these are your classic, stunningly beautiful daisies. Those bright yellow centres, those pure white petals round the edge. Now they're not like the ones in the lawn stew. They're kind of, I mean, they're the same kind of family, but these are your perennial ones. These are your herbaceous perennials, so they die down a little bit during the winter time. But what they will do, they spread. They kind of send out little runners at the side. Yeah, and gradually over the years you'll get a bigger and bigger clump. And then what you can do after 3 or 4 years, what you'll probably want to do is then you could dig that clump up late winter, early spring, break it up into some smaller clumps and replant it and get loads more. But these are dead easy to grow. There's no hassle growing these at all. Sunny position, part sunny position is good. Great in herbaceous borders, great in containers as well if you want. You can cut these, have them indoors. Long flowering period on these. If you sort of deadhead them as well, they'll kind of keep sending up more flowers. But these are a joy. They're just pure, beautiful, easy to grow daisies that are reliable, frost hardy, drought tolerant once established, will come back year after year and probably never really need staking.
There you go then, the Shasta daisy, real neat. I like that. All right, so you've got a half price deal here, £15 off, £12.72 is your club price, 3 9-centimetre pots. Once you've got those, as Adam says, you are never going to need to get any more because they're so tough, they're so easy, they will spread. You can then lift, divide and move them around your garden wherever you want them to be. 560902 is the item number. Just go to YouGarden.com to place your orders, or if you like talking to people, you can actually use the phone line as well, 0844 502 0050. Now then, this one's the pre-order. This is my top tip for the week. I really do want this in my garden. I think you all need this in your garden as well. Pots, borders, up to you where you plant them. Tough, easy. Any garden is going to love these. £5 saving, $16.99 in the club. 561362 is your item number. We've got the Colhunia, which is called... I know, it's a weird name, isn't it? But you pronounce it Colhunia. Yes, you do. Nepalese flame here for you. 9-centimetre pots, all 3 of those. You've got an £8 saving, and it's $18.67 in the club.
Imagine that advert for that cough mixture, because it was Cavonia. Cavonia. Sorry, yeah.
Colhunia.
Colhunia.
561339 is your item number if you'd like to get that in your garden. We've got the Sweet Williams, the little taster of the... the little taster of the garden readies. We've got more garden readies for you. The lovely fragrance you get from Sweet Williams. Of course, they are a perennial plant as well, so these will come back for you. And they're just a delight, aren't they? A wonderful colour range of all the pinks that you get included there, even tippling into the purple tones too. 11.04 is your club price, so just over £1 a plug there, £1.10-ish per garden ready plant. 410230 is the item number. Allium bubble bath. Yes, let's extend our allium flowering season. These flower a bit later on. They're a little bit shorter than a lot of the alliums you have out there as well, so maybe better for smaller gardens or for underplanting around your other bigger alliums. Pollinators absolutely adore them. Of course they do. They spend ages hopping around those flowers. 561175 is your item number if you'd like to get those. It's got a £14 saving, which you'll get by entering that gorgeous code there, YGTV 2125. Right, so that's just a little preview of what we've seen, a review of what we've just seen, but let's show you some more things that we've got for you. Now, we've had this in the shed previously, but now we've got it in leaf for you. And this is the great thing with this, because it's going to grow into a beautiful tree, but it's called the Toffee apple tree for a reason, isn't it?
It is, and this reminds me of Sandringham.
It doesn't like it now, it won't until later, will it? That's the problem.
Yeah, well, I remember going to Sandringham years ago in the autumn. I was walking around with my father-in-law, October time, saw this amazing shrub with gorgeous sort of golden yellow foliage, and as we both walked past, it was like, oh, what's that?
Sweet smell?
That lovely sweet smell. Yeah. And it was this. It smells a bit like candy floss, toffee apple kind of smell to it. I mean, sometimes when you think of autumn foliage, you don't think of pleasant smells, do you? You think of kind of
rotting and
mildewing. But this, it's incredible. It just releases this beautiful, sweet toffee apple.
But it's
kind
later
of smell.
on when it turns to this gorgeous colour, later on in sort of early autumn.
And when you see this lit by the low autumn sun, goodness me, I mean, wow, this is one of the most knockout, beautiful, stunning autumn-coloured plants, trees you can possibly grow. That's what you see, and then it emits this really lovely, lovely sweet fragrance. It can get to a good sort of 3, 4, 5 metres tall eventually, but you can trim it down, you can keep it as a shrub if you want to, or you can let it grow into a tree. But look at that, I mean, goodness me, I'm not a fan of autumn, but you get a blue autumn day like that and you get the sun showing through those leaves, you can't fail to be lifted by something as beautiful and spectacular as that.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of autumn, but I am a big fan of that colour change and everything that happens.
That's glorious, isn't it?
Beautiful, and especially, as Adam says, on one of those blue autumn days as well. Now, it comes to you in the 3-litre pot. It's a really beautifully established tree here. Obviously, it's going to get big, so you need space to plant this, but if you've got the space for this to go, this is an absolute stunner.
Definitely. I mean, if you could, I would actually plant this sort of on its own, perhaps in the middle of a lawn, perhaps in the middle of a border somewhere, so you can just enjoy it all the way round. You could grow it in a very large pot if you wanted to, because you could keep it clipped or shaped. It's bone hardy as well. It get through any winter, -10, -15, -20, absolutely fine, no problem at all there. Once it's established, it's really, really drought tolerant. It's not particularly fussed about soils either. In Sandringham, very sandy, very well drained kind of soils, but I've seen these grow on sort of heavier clay soils. Just a really easy shrub, and even when it's not got the autumn colour, even when it's not emitting that beautiful kind of toffee apple fragrance, you've got these lovely heart-shaped leaves that just look glorious all the way through the summer, and even the stems have got a lovely red coloration to them as they grow as well. So this is a really beautiful shrub. It's got that lovely open sort of flowing habit. I love it. I adore it. It's not used or planted enough, and it should be, because it's a glorious, glorious plant, this one.
Well, 510707 is the item number. Go to YouGarden.com if you want to place any orders. Use the phone lines as well. It's only $16.99, and you will get that with free postage, because remember, everything in the potting shed, as long as you use the code, will come with free postage. So everything within the show has the free postage. If you're shopping the website, you will pay postage on those, but that's why we encourage you to come and watch us here on YGTV, either live or on catch up. It's entirely up to you. It's lovely if you're here live, just so you can join in with the chat, but we know you've got busy lives and sometimes you watch us back at another time.
There's a nursery near me, Bex, the one beginning with F, and that would charge $29.99 to $34.99 for one of those. I mean, that's getting onto a metre tall, that plant. That is stunning value for that price. It's ridiculous, honestly.
All right, well, make sure you use that code. This week it's YGTV 2125. So use that to unlock all of the deals, the savings, and everything that comes with it, including that free postage. Right. Oh, Madame Lemoine, sorry, I forgot about you. Mrs. Lemon, here we go. We've got our beautiful syringa. This is Syringa vulgaris. Now, you've planted some of these, haven't you? In fact, you planted 5 lilac trees recently.
Weirdly, Madame Lemoine's got a really happy memory for me, because we had Madame Lemoine in our most successful garden at the Chelsea Flower Show. That's
one you won, or one of the ones you won a gold medal for.
I'm going to blow my own trumpet now. On that one,
why not?
We won a gold medal. We won the BBC RHS People's Award for Best Small Gardening Show, and we won Best Gardening category.
Why don't you do another garden?
It's a lot of work and stress.
I think you should do another garden.
Yeah, my husband's like saying no, never. I'm kind of tempted, but what we don't normally do a garden unless somebody approaches us. That's kind of when we do them. So if somebody approaches us, we'll think about it, but we don't actively go out and think about it. I did sort of say to a few people, what about if YouGarden did a garden at the Chelsea Flower Show? I think we should do a garden. But, well, yeah. Can I say that, Stu?
I think we should do
Can I say that out loud?
No.
What if TikTok do one? TikTok garden. Yeah, that would be good. But yeah.
Anyway, moving on.
But I remember planting this in the garden, and it was really, really lucky, because normally lilacs have just gone over before Chelsea.
Yes.
And we were going around all these garden centres, and we just saw this perfect Madame Lemoine about this tall.
And it wasn't quite flowering yet.
It was in perfect, just the perfect stage. And now that actual lilac is in my friend's garden, who I saw at Chelsea. That's why I got to Chelsea early, because he bought us tickets.
You saw them there. Okay.
Yeah, and he said to me, now in the garden it's about sort of 3 or 4 metres tall.
Wow.
And it is absolutely smothered in these beautiful double white flowers. And it is so fragrant, Madame Lemoine. It's one of the most deliciously sweet, fragrant lilacs. It's vigorous, it's hardy, it'll come back year after year. They do very well on chalky soils. If you've got chalky, shallow soils, it will thrive there. But you know what? Lilacs pretty much grow anywhere. For some weird reason, in Norfolk, you see them growing all over the place, like in hedgerows and all sorts of weird places. Yeah, I can only think years ago they were part of big estates or something. But yeah, really easy to grow. If you're going to grow one lilac, go for Madame Lemoine. It's stunningly beautiful, pure white heads of flower, incredible fragrance, hardy. You can prune them back after flowering if they get too tall, and the new growth will flower for you the following year. Yeah, I can't say much more about it. Well, I could, but you know, time's limited. And that's a beautiful specimen there. Lots of vigorous shoots on there.
It is actually, isn't it? I was looking at that. That is a gorgeous specimen, as you say.
Just give it space, because lilacs do get quite tall. So make sure you give it a nice bit of space, and that will even probably start flowering for you next year. Yeah. And you'll love it. You'll adore that for donkey's years. Love it.
£16.99 is the club discount price. Make sure you are a club member, because you can see just on that one, look, £3 saving. £2 saving. No, £3 saving.
£3. Yeah.
So you are getting a £3 saving just on that one item there, and this is where your £10 joining fee, you can get rid of that pretty quickly. Plus you're going to get your £20 worth of YouGarden vouchers. They'll get sent out to you in the post, and you'll get a couple of free postage vouchers that you can use if you're shopping for things via the website as well. So it really is a win-win, basically. If you love shopping for gardening items, it's definitely a win-win to join that club. Right, 510908 is the item number for the Syringa vulgaris Madame Lemoine. The viewers are agreeing. We need a YouGarden garden.
And I tell you what, lilacs are ridiculously expensive in garden centres, and I never know why. They charge stupid amounts. So that is fabulous value for that one.
There you go, then. This is why you're watching us here on YGTV. Should we move over to the next table?
Let's
because
go
we've got our rose of the week. So we have got the gorge. Oh, what's wrong with Rocky? Oh, Neil. He said, morning Bex, Adam and Stuart, fellow gardener, sorry I'm late in, just walking to work after having to take Rocky, my cat, to the vets. Is he okay, Neil? I feel like Rocky is part of the family here, so we need to know, is he all right? Right, so let's move on, shall we, to our rose of the week. We've got the beautiful Lakeland rose. This is from Harkness Roses. And you got me to smell this earlier, because it has got a lovely little scent to it.
Yeah, I mean, it's not like a real blow your socks off one, but it's got a lovely sweet fragrance. And this is a great rose. This is a climbing rose, but it's not going to be one of those like really huge, mad, vigorous ones that takes over. It gets to about 2.5 metres, and it will flower all the way through the summer. Loads of clusters, big clusters of these lovely single pink flowers, deep, or soft pink flowers with those beautiful yellow stamens in the middle. And it's a rose that actually does quite well on poor soil. So again, if you've got gravelly, stony, perhaps a new build garden, you're looking for a rose that's not going to be fussy, can be easy to grow, hardy, frost tolerant, come back year after year, needs minimum pruning. In fact, you could even try and grow this in a tower pot, possibly. I think
I always say no to climbing roses in tower pots. You reckon you could with this one?
I think there's always a first for everything, isn't there?
Why not? I love a maverick.
Yeah, if somebody's out there and they want to give it a go, I'm not promising you it'll work 100%, but I think this could work, because it's not going to be one of those climbing roses that sends out those massive, great, big sort of shoots in one go.
Interesting.
But yeah, if you fancy it. But yeah.
Interesting.
Really lovely rose, this one.
Where is it? Yeah, look, I really like the buds. Can you see how the buds are a really nice deep pink colour?
Lovely one under there, Bex, as well.
When they first start, and then they open up, and you get this beautiful sort of lighter pink colour, and those yellows in the centre. I mean, it's just pretty. Yeah, there's another one around the side there.
I love all roses, but I like the simplicity of this one. In almost.
Mind the thorns.
Look at that, isn't that lovely?
God, that is so sweet.
It almost reminds me a little bit of the dog roses that are flowering in the hedgerows
definitely.
now. And I just love the innocence and the simplicity of those kind of roses. And this one again. And we've only got one or two flower heads on those, but I guarantee you, once you've got this established in your garden, you could have 10, 15 flowers on the end of one stem at any one time. So, you know, this is a rose that really does flower its socks off, and it will repeat flowering all the way through the summer into the autumn.
Well, it's a beautiful rose, but it's also a beautiful price. Check it out for you club members. That is £12.74. We've taken some discount off. We've taken some more discount off. £12.74 for a climbing rose and no postage to pay. Honestly, you're right, Stu. That is a clearance price, and I don't know. We're not trying to clear it at all, but it is matching what would be a clearance price on it. So do think about that as well. We are going to be bringing you more roses. In fact, we're sort of bringing you, you know, roses every single week. So we will have like a rose of the week happening. We are a major rose supplier. We work with Harkness. Their stand was amazing the other day at Chelsea, wasn't it? They've been going there for years. They've won over 25 gold medals. They've got silver gilts. Oh, yeah, is that all?
Only 25?
They won a silver gilt this year as well, didn't they? So they've been going a really, really long, long time. Family business, breeding roses for, is it over 1879 it was they started.
I remember.
So that was yeah, I bet you do. So stop doing my jokes. That's my joke.
No, I used to do the weeding.
Yeah.
In between the rows of roses.
They are amazing rose breeders.
Winters were cold back then. Ooh, blimey, freezing. Yeah.
Really cold back then.
Yeah. I remember talking to Charles Dickens' son actually at the time, and yeah, he said to me there's some cold weather back in the day.
530727 is the item number if you'd like to take advantage of that amazing deal we've got going on.
Just one quick thing on that though, we need to tell the folks at home.
Okay, what's that?
Plant the knuckly bit on the top. Yeah. Make sure the little knuckly bit is between 1 inch and ½ inch below soil level.
See that there? I know it, because it is, if you didn't know, you'd look at it in the pot and you'd plant it at the same depth that it's in the pot. I do completely understand that, but basically we're going to there, aren't we?
The only reason we don't bury the knuckly bit under the soil in the pots, we can't get pots deep enough because the roots are so huge.
But yeah, that bit goes under
the
and
ground.
Only just, but like
half
to
inch,
there.
½ inch to 1 inch, no more.
Yeah, about to there. It stops it from rocking about in the wind, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And if it rocks about, it can loosen the roots and all sorts.
And also, they're less likely to grow those awful suckers that rose get sometimes. So yeah, do that, and it'll be a really, really happy rose. Yeah,
I did it with mine, and I like to go and bury it a bit further. I just forgot. Anyway, let's move on, shall we? We've got the Coreopsis Early Sunrise. I got these. And I do love these because these flower for flipping ages, don't they?
They do, and they're easy. They're sort of a plant it, love it, leave it kind of plant, these. Lovely for a sunny position. Doesn't have to be full sun. Part sun is good. Beds and borders, front to middle of the beds and borders. Hardy, come back year after year. Loved by the pollinating insects. Look fabulous in pots, window boxes. In fact, I'm even trying one out in a hanging basket in the room next door.
Really?
Yeah, a bit unusual, a bit different, but I thought, you know, let's try. You don't know till you try, do you? Deadhead these, and they just keep flowering for months. They're beautiful, these lovely, beautiful kind of orangey yellow flowers all the way through the summer into the autumn. And as I say, they demand very, very little attention. And all you've got to do is plant them, get them established, water them well, perhaps feed them occasionally if they're in a container, and just enjoy these. They're just fabulous. And the quality of these plants, in fact, they've already been cut back once.
Chelsea chop.
Because, yeah, they've had the Chelsea chop.
The Chelsea chop thing happens at this time of year, doesn't it? Oh.
Hey, there you go.
Rooty beauty.
And it's the same old story of us as well, because that, in theory, is a 2 litre size plant in a 9 centimetre size pot. And that garden centre near me, the F1, not the D one, because I love that one.
Nobody knows what you're talking about when you say that. There's several people who've mentioned it, and I don't know what he's talking about. And we can't say it.
No, I can't say the names of those garden centres, but there's one near me, begins with D, I nearly said it then, which I absolutely adore, and their prices are phenomenal. Very similar to what we've got here. There's another one up the road, beginning with F. And the prices they charge, it's a joke.
It's insane.
And honestly, they would be putting those in 2 litre pots, and they'll be charging you like $9.99 to $11.99 for one plant.
Yeah.
Mad.
We get 3 here. 3 in those 9 centimetre pots for £12.72 if you're a club member. £15 saving. So make sure you're using your code to get all of those discounts, please. And of course, free postage on all of the items in the potting sheds. Salvia Lips is up next.
Oh,
now, people have been asking for this for a while. We did bring these in. I think we first brought them in last week. Am I right? Am I going mad? We did, didn't we? We had them last week. And they are still available for you. You're going to get 3 of them, the 3 different colours. And I really like, you don't have to choose which one, you can have all 3 of them.
You want to. I'll tell you what, just put your hands in there, Bex, and have a little scrunchie of the foliage. And then have a little
scrunchie of the foliage.
And have a little whiff of your fingers. Because...
Oh, that is lovely, isn't it?
That is really very citrusy, isn't it?
Yeah.
A real kind of citrus fragrance to that foliage. A lot
Is
of
that
people
the same
don't...
on all of them?
Yeah, I think that, in fact, I did it yesterday, and each one was slightly different. But yeah, they've got that really, really good...
Oh, yeah, they are different.
Yeah, slightly different. But this is, you know what I was saying to you earlier on about they almost form like a small shrub? Well, that's what you can do with these. So you can actually just prune and shape these, and they will kind of make a little small bush. In fact, my other half's mum and dad had a little hedge of these down the side of the drive. You can, and each year they'll kind of get bigger and bigger, but you can prune them back mid-spring as well if you want to. And they are fabulous for poor soil. If you've really drought tolerant, they're one of the most crazy drought tolerant perennials I've ever grown. I can think of customers' gardens where I've planted these over the years in really horrible clay soil as well that gets bone dry in the summer. The kind of soil where you get those cracks you can put your fingers between, you know, because it's...
That's what we've got where I live, and one of my neighbours has got this growing, and it's fantastic every single year. It looks amazing.
They just keep flowering and flowering all the way from summer right up into the autumn, even into kind of October, November. Loved by the pollinating insects as well. Loads of bees, hoverflies grow on these. So you've got options with these. You can just let them grow into a small kind of shrub if you like, or you can kind of prune them back sort of late winter, early spring, and they'll reshoot for you with loads of stems and just give you these beautiful, beautiful flowers for a long, long time. They're tough plants. They'll come back year after year. And when you get them home, give the foliage a little kind of...
Yeah, it's a gorgeous
little
scent.
squidge like that, and smell your fingers. It's like, oh, lovely, really. That's the hot lips. That's the one there. But I think we've got cherry and we've got amethyst as well in the mix.
Yeah, and Stu was showing you in a little video there his mate's garden actually, where he sort of got them growing together, so they were almost sort of mixing into each other. This is Tony's garden, and yeah, you could create that with the 3 of them as well, and get them all sort of obviously give them a little bit of space. I'd probably plant them about 50 centimetres apart, 40-50 centimetres, and then they will sort of grow into each other. 560-668 is the item number if you'd like to go for that. A wonderful perennial plant, be in your garden for years, and as Adam said, actually it's a really good one if you want late flowers, because it'll start now but it'll keep going for you, and that's what I really like about that one. That one goes when a lot of other flowers have disappeared. So 560-668 is your item number, and it's £12.72 if you are in the club.
I'd quick before we move on, I'd say they're kind of what I call future-proofing plants as well, because we're having the driest spring on record. So yeah, if we need to be thinking about plants that are more tolerant of dry seasons, things like this would do fantastically well.
Very good. All right, well, I hope you're adding that one into your basket. Next, we've got a brand new hydrangea in the potting shed for you. This one is called Magical Himalaya. It's a bit of a fancy name, isn't it? But we do love bringing you all of the hydrangeas, again, because they do sort of suit our British weather. Although we have had a really dry one this year, but you know it evens itself out. All the rain will come again, but they do like they like our British weather. They like the fact that it rains a lot, don't they?
Yeah, they do really, really well. And the quality of this plant is beautiful. And this is one of the paniculata types as well, which is great because it's so easy to prune these ones, because a lot of people worry about pruning hydrangeas.
It's just flowers on the new growth. You don't have to worry.
All the new growth that you see on here, this will give you flowers this year. In fact, I can almost feel the little flower buds forming in the middle there. But this one, it gets to about 1 metre tall as well. It's not a really, really huge, tall hydrangea. It's great in containers, great in beds and borders. You get these lovely, great big conical flower spikes on these, loved by the pollinating insects. In fact, most of the things we bring you are loved by the pollinating insects. We try and kind of bring you bee-friendly and insect-friendly plants that they're going to love. Look at those.
I know.
Gorgeous, pure white there.
I really like these flowers. Like the big, dense, thick panicles of flowers are, they're really pretty. They're quite imposing in a good way. But this, actually, I really like the shape of this. This is a little bit more delicate looking,
yeah, almost like a lace cap kind of flower on this one. So some of the buds kind of stay quite small, but then at the base you get those bracts that open out, so you get a mix of flowers on this. But yeah, easy to grow, really, really tough, hardy. It will come back year after year. It will grow in sun, it will grow in shade, it will grow in part shade. The only place I wouldn't put it in is really full-on sunshine, because again, just kind of trying to future-proof things. Yeah, if we get some of those freaky days like we've had where you get 42, 43 degrees and it's in full sun.
It'd wilt, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it'd get a bit scorched. So somewhere where it'll get some morning sun, perhaps late afternoon, evening sun, but try and avoid the really hot, scorching sort of midday sun. But quality of this is phenomenal. Beautiful, beautiful plant there.
Well, we've discounted it massively for something that we just brought into the potting shed. They've got a £17 saving on there. It's $15.29 if you're in the club, so please do add that one into your basket and make sure you're a club member so you're taking advantage of all of the discounts and get free postage as well by entering that code too. So it's all about that magic code for you. We're moving on to the end of the table to the beautiful Lobelia Queen Victoria. We have been bringing this into the potting shed for a couple of weeks, so if you haven't placed your order for it yet, now's your opportunity. I'm not sure how many more weeks we're going to be bringing this particular deal in.
And you know what? I remember talking to her about this when they named it after her, and she was so chuffed.
I imagine.
She was, yeah. She was as pleased as punch. But yeah, this is again a really dramatic plant, this one, because you've got the incredible foliage on here. You've got that deep sort of plum purple foliage. You could just grow this for the foliage. If it never flowered, I'd love it just for the leaves alone, because then you can contrast it with other things. I mean, I'm thinking if you grew this in front of, say, a Choisia tonata sundance with that yellowy golden foliage and this in front. But this gives you double joy, this plant, because not only do you have that incredible dark coloured foliage, then you get these immensely beautiful spikes of flower. You've grown this, Bex, haven't you? This one?
No, I have not grown Lobelia, no.
Yeah, for some reason I had it in my mind you had, but I've grown it in the past in my old garden, and this can be grown as a marginal plant, and by that I mean if you've got a pond with one of those boggy areas around the edge, it will grow very well in that boggy soil. Not under the water, but in the really boggy area. But you can grow it in containers, you can grow it in beds and borders, cut the main flower spike off after it's finished flowering. It will kind of send up more flower spikes for you. It is a perennial plant. It will come back year after year. It will gradually form a slightly bigger clump. You'll get quite a few of these flower spikes. Same story as well, the pollinating insects, they'll enjoy it. But it's a really very dramatic, sharp colour, this one. It
is indeed. Absolute drama that you get with this particular plant. We're both going to do it.
Should we do a double reveal?
They are rooty beauties, absolutely. We know those are rooty beauties. They always are, aren't they?
Yeah.
No worries about those ones. Right, half price deal, £15 discount on that one. Make sure you're using the code to get that discount. It will also give you the free postage on there as well. The code this week is YGTV 2125 because we've entered a new week. Whoop, whoop. Which means there's new plants to show you as well.
Tell you what, the year's moving on though, isn't it?
Isn't it?
Week 21
Where
already.
Where has the time gone?
Goodness me.
Right, let's give you a reminder of some of the items that you have seen already. Adam's going to change the table over so we can show you a few other things. Right, so the Miscanthus is popular. I knew it would be. It's on a pre-order at the moment, so you will get 3 plug plants. You will get £5 saving. It's $16.99 club price. Lovely little plant this. I mean, tough, hardy, easy. Grow it anywhere in the country. Plant it into borders. You can grow this in pots if you want to. You get the lovely green foliage, and then it deepens into these beautiful burgundy colours and these bright red tones as well. Probably a full sun position is going to be the best place for this. That's where you're going to get the best colour tones, and then you'll still get those lovely feathery plumes on there as well. I mean, the white coloured plumes against that red foliage, when that happens, is going to be spectacular, isn't it? 561362 is the item number to get those. They're on pre-order, dispatching from tomorrow, it said, so you don't have to wait too long at all. Next, we've got the Colhunia. This is the Nepalese flame. Now, Adam was singing the virtues of this plant because, I mean, well, look at it, first of all. Lovely bright red tubular flowers on here. Really easy one. Best planted in a bit more of a shady, sorry, not shady, sheltered position. And then you'll start getting those wonderful flowers later on. 3 9-centimetre pots, £8 saving here. It's $18.67 club price. You will get all 3 of those, and those are nice, healthy looking plants. 561339 item number for that one. Next up we have love the Sweet Williams, of course, the garden ready plants. We've got more garden readies coming. That's what I'm looking at Adam putting on the table at the moment. So if it's garden ready you're looking for, stay tuned. Beautiful scent from these. It is a perennial plant. This one's called the Pink Magician because it does actually give you all of those different colour tones. It's not different varieties, it's that one variety that gives you the range from the pink right the way through to, you know, the purpley tones and every kind of tone in between there as well. Lovely fragrance, great cut flower, £11.04 in the club. 410230 is the item number. Next up we had the Allium bubble baths. Bubble baths, love these. And they are, I mean, they're a lovely allium to have. If you love alliums, you'll get a longer allium flowering season because these are sort of coming into bloom now. They're throwing up those flower spikes. And all of the other alliums will have started to go over by the time these start to flower. So you really are extending that. We know how much pollinators love these flowers and you can grow these sunny spot, borders, pots, perennial plant. It'll come back for you. Just have nice free draining soil would be my top tip. They don't tend to like my boggy clay soil, unfortunately, so I grow mine in pots where I can. 561175 is the item number, 2122 is the club discount price. Oh, a £14 saving on there as well. Shasta daisy for you, it's called Real Neat. And it is real neat. It's a lovely big daisy flower that you get on here. They get to about 60 centimetres tall, which is, I mean, I think these are stunning, honestly. Perennial plant, it will come back for you. It kind of produces clumps as well. It will spread itself around the garden. You can divide them and move them as well. And they flower for quite a long time, actually. I mean, these have been in bloom for a little while. I've seen them out and about, and they will keep going for a good while for you as well. £15 saving. It is a half price deal here. It's £12.72 in the club. The item code you need is 560902. Or if you go to YouGarden.com and click live now, you can just scroll through the entire show and you'll be able to see everything that's got the free postage attached. The lovely climbing rose. Now you have to get, I mean, if you've got the space for a climbing rose, this is an absolute amazing price, £12.74. That's your discount club price here. You can't get climbing roses for that price, and certainly not with free postage as well, but you can by watching us here at YGTV. Lovely pink. Adam said it reminds me of the dog roses, and they really do. Once this opens up, it's got this beautiful pink tone to it and those lovely yellow centres. Pollinators are going to go wild for it. It just needs something to climb up. 530727 is the item number if you'd like to go for our Rose of the Week. The offer code is YGTV2125. Then we had Coreopsis Early Sunrise. Now, they're almost, I mean, they're almost an orangey yellow colour, actually. I'm not going to say yellow. They've got a lovely sort of orangey tone to them. They flower from now pretty much all the way through summer. They've got a lovely cottage garden feel to them. All you have to do is a little bit of deadheading and that will keep those blooms coming. They will spread a little bit as well, so it's something that you could divide in later years. 3 9-centimetre pots and another half price deal here, taking £15 off by using that code. And of course the free postage as well. The Salvia Lips collection is up next, where you're going to get 3 colour options included. You've got the hot lips, you've got the amethyst, and I've forgotten the name of the other one, cherry lips. Thank you, Stu. You do get all 3 of those colours included. You're saving £9 here. It's a fabulous perennial plant. Nice little shape you get to it. It can be, you could grow these in containers as well. I mean, they look lovely in borders like that where they can fill gaps really neatly, and they will flower going through into autumn, and that's why I kind of like these, because they do sort of, they keep the flowers going in your garden after a few others have started to go over, so you get several months worth of flowers from these. £12.72 is your club discount price. Hydrangea, this is the new one for you, Magical Himalaya. Now, it's a paniculata, but you could be mistaken for thinking that this is a mop head because of the way that those flowers form. But I absolutely love absolutely, I mixed 2 words up then. I actually and absolutely love that this is a paniculata because it makes the pruning really simple. It flowers on new growth, so you just don't need to worry about it. Leave those flower heads on over winter. They provide amazing winter interest. Prune it in summer to the shape that you want it to be, and the new growth will carry those flowers for you. 511615 is your item number, and it's a £17 saving. Oh my word. Lobelia was up next, so we had the lovely Queen Victoria, the dark foliage, the bright red flowers, a real head-turning, eye-catching plant, this one. Pretty tough, pretty hardy. Give it a good layer of mulch, that'll get it through the winter, disappears underground, and it will come back for you every single year. Great marginal plant if you've got slightly more boggy ground or around the edges of ponds and things as well. 560860 is the item number, if you would like to go for that one. Question on what, sorry, YouTube? Is that Granny's bonnet? Is it known as Granny's bonnet?
I know Lady's bonnet, which is Aquilegia.
Lady's bonnet is Aquilegia. I don't know it as Granny's bonnet.
No, I've not heard of Granny's bonnet, to be honest.
Not heard of it as that, but we can have a little look for you.
I mean, some of those names are very, very localised, those common names.
They can be,
it could be a regional.
It might be a regional
name.
Yeah. 560860 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. And then we had Madame Lemoine. Oh, now I am getting, or Lemoine, I don't know, I'm not French. I am getting quite excited about white flowers in the garden now. I'm a big fan of sort of rainbow colour, you know, mishmash. I quite like it all. But I really think that white works so well. It's almost the referee within any garden. But this is a beautifully fragrant lilac. Lilacs are always fragrant, but this one has a particularly gorgeous fragrance to it. It is the vulgaris, so this is one of the ones that's going to get nice and big, but in a border somewhere, that's going to be amazing. It's $16.99 club price. 510908 is the item number if you'd like to go for that. Now, we have talked a lot of club prices. And for anybody that isn't a club member already, you might be thinking, how do I join that club? It's really easy. You can do it on your first order. You just put it in your basket. But here's myself and Sean to tell you a little bit more about why you should be a club member.
If you love your garden as much as we love ours, then why not join the YouGarden Discount Club?
The club has been running for many years, and it's where thousands of our customers enjoy a whole host of benefits to ensure that they get the most out of their gardens for less.
Now is a great time to join the YouGarden Discount Club, as the benefits have just got even better. So what do you get when you join the club?
Firstly, our members will get bigger discount rates all year round. So you'll now receive 15% off our range of plants and accessories, and that's on top of any other discounts you might have.
For those bigger investments, such as garden furniture or lawnmowers, for example, you now get 7.5% discount on all of our outdoor living and machinery range.
In addition to the ongoing discounts, you'll also get more voucher value when you join or renew your club membership. We will send you 4 £5 product vouchers, which you can redeem throughout the year against the cost of your orders.
And as a new added benefit, you will now receive 2 free P&P vouchers, which can be redeemed against the cost of your shipping.
Club members get priority access to exclusive offers and brand new products at our best prices.
We'll keep you up to date with fantastic advice and top tips from our grown experts and professional gardeners to make sure that you get the most from your new purchases and existing plants. The best way to join the club is with our auto-renewal subscription. You'll pay £10 per year, then at the end of the year, we will automatically renew your membership to ensure you retain all of your benefits. Plus, the price you pay when you join will never go up for as long as you remain a member. And that's a guarantee.
And remember, when you join the club, you will start saving from the very first order you make, as the discounts will be applied immediately. So with all that the YouGarden Discount Club has to offer, why not join us and start saving today?
We'd love to help you make the most of your garden for less with the YouGarden Discount Club.
So there you go, those are all the reasons to join the club today. It's a fantastic club, we're all members. Adam's a member, I'm a member. Loads of you watching I know already are, but if you're brand new or you've been umming and ahhing, I really hope you do go for it, because it can save you masses of money, basically. Especially if you're buying your compost as well, because you get a big discount every single time you come in and buy your 100 litres of your compost. And this is the best compost. We're all going to become compost snobs. We're going to turn the whole country into compost snobs. We're going to get you to try this. If you have never tried this compost, I would really love you to try it, because it doesn't matter how much we tell you it's good. It's only by actually experiencing it for yourself that you'll realise how good this compost is. And it is 5-star rated. We have people coming back time after time after time, and people who've just started using it, because we started doing some shows on TikTok, so we've got a whole new audience, and I know a lot of you are watching right now. So it was new to them, and it's been really nice having a bunch of new people try it, and then they come back and go, oh, it is good, isn't it? It is good.
And it's currently restoring a parlour palm in my bathroom at the moment.
Is it?
Yeah, because I got a parlour, I got it from YouGarden, but I've been lazy. I left it in the little 9cm pot for ages and ages and ages, and some of the leaves were starting to turn yellow on the outside.
Oops.
I was off the other day, I whipped it out the pot and was like, oh, no wonder you're like not looking good. Repotted it in this compost, and already the leaves are greening up. There's those lovely little leaf spikes growing. So this stuff is incredible. I did the same thing with a little aglaonema as well, house plant. Years. I had it on a windowsill. It only grew about 2 leaves. I thought, I'm going to throw you out in the end. I repotted it into this compost, now 6-7 leaves, looking about that tall, really gorgeous. Yeah, the results with this are phenomenal. And the contents, first of all, is peat reduced, and we were doing that long before everybody else started to reduce the peat in their compost. And even some of the peat we're using is renewable peat made from sphagnum moss as well. But we've taken a lot of the peat away, then we've put in the composted wood fibre. It does lots of things, but 3 things we always point out. It keeps the compost nice and airy and open, so it lets the air get down to the roots of the plants. Roots are underground, but they still need air, they still need oxygen. It allows the water to percolate through, so you've got the peat holding onto the moisture, you've got the wood bark actually creating the drainage, you've got that perfect balance there as well. And if you're a teeny little plug plant or a seed or a cutting, you can get your roots down in this really, really easy, and you end up with roots like those, Bex, next to you, these kind of gorgeous, big, fibrous roots. Oh, there we go. Rather than kind of the, you know, the sort of the poor-looking roots. But yeah, you can see there, this is the root system you'll get with our compost.
It's true, and we show you that all the time. I mean, you know, any plant that we grow on here, or we repot here, you see the root system. Yeah, the Barnsley babies, if you saw those, we grew all of those in this compost. And we know how good this is because we get the best results. Now, it's our compost, so this is the compost used here at the nursery. Never used to be available, but now everybody can use it and have been able to for many years. And we get great results with this, growing plants at the nursery, so we want you to get those great results as well.
And I've got a hanging basket next door, which I planted some of our strawberry plugs in about 2 or 3 weeks ago. Already got red strawberries on. Doing really, really brilliantly well in this compost. Yeah. You've got the slow release fertiliser feeding your plants for up to 6 months. You've got the wetting agent, so if it does dry out, it wants to absorb the moisture really, really quickly. You know what it's like with those really inferior composts? When they dry and you water the compost, it runs straight off. pH neutral as well, so it's not too acid, not too alkaline. And as Stu, our producer, always says, the value's in the bag, not on the bag, because we don't need to do fancy bags. It comes from us to you in a cardboard box on your doorstep. No kind of winning through the gardens into that wonky wheeled trolley or catching it on your boot catch and getting all filthy kind of wet bags in the back of the boot of your car. Easy, simple, straightforward, and no P&P.
Under £22, delivered price, no postage to pay. Stock. I did some planting. I planted some hydrangeas in heavy duty pots the other day. 4 bags gone. I've got 2 left. I know I need to place another order. So make sure you stock up. Make sure you don't run out, because it's really annoying when you get on a gardening roll and you're like, well, I need to get this job done. Then you end up going and buying some rubbish bag of compost.
Who was our lovely viewer the other week? Showed us a picture of their garage.
Was that?
About 15 bags. And there was some,
I want to say it was Ali.
There was some ericaceous, sure. There was some scroll.
Yeah, I think it was Ali G.
Yeah, incredible. But it's annoying when you run out of this because you don't want to use another inferior compost. You just won't get the same results.
All right, 100125 is the ICE number. Go to YouGarden.com to place your orders. Make sure you use your code to get your savings and your free postage as well. Nothing worse than buying. I find it so annoying buying compost. It's heavy and anyway. Get it here, get it delivered to your door. Right, we're dipping into the chat. Becky had a question. Oh, Becky, this is a judgment call. So she's saying, one of my dahlias has 3 flower buds on it. Amazing, by the way. I have pinched it out already, but it's only about 15 to 20 centimetres high. Should I remove the flowers? Now, it's a judgment call here, to be perfectly honest with you. Personally, I would sacrifice the one for the many. I would pinch out again, I would remove them, and I would pinch another 1 or 2 times, because I think what you'll get is a much better flowering display later on this year, rather than you know, a few flowers early on. What do you think?
I think so, Bex, as well. It's early days still, and dahlias don't really get going for another sort of 3 or 4 weeks. So, yeah, I think just sacrifice those few early flower buds now for more flowers later on. Weird thing, I had a similar thing the other day. I had a rose delivered a few weeks back.
Right.
And the rose, it was quite a small rose, but it had flower buds on. And I cut those flower buds off because I thought, I want you to concentrate on roots and shoots rather than flowers at this stage. There's plenty of time for you to flower midsummer into the autumn, but just now, flowers have got to be gone.
It feels so harsh when you do it, and it does when you first start gardening, you first start doing it, but actually you do see the results from it. So there you go, Becky, that's our top tip. But it's entirely up to you, to be honest with you. It's entirely up to you what you want to do there. Neil said, something's bitten right through Rocky's ear. Thankfully, vet says he should be okay. I do hope so. Keep us in the loop, my lovely. Neil's 2 orders of purple sun are due to be delivered today, saying he loves those daisies. Just need some aqualegias, I think you mean. Not the right spelling, I know, bless you. On the show now to save on postage. I don't know if we've got aqualegias coming up on the show.
We did do them last year, I remember.
We did them as bulbs, didn't we? Or did we do them as plants?
No, we did them as plants last year. We had the little kind of shorter ones. I think we did a purple, a yellow and a white one in 9cm pots, I think I remember. They're what they call ladies' bonnet. That's aqualegias. Yeah. All
right, we'll see if we can always ask the question, Neil. You never know. If anybody missed out on the purple sun, details are on the screen there, the item number that you need. And Grim is saying, love aqualegia. They self-seed all over my garden. My aqualegias are looking great at the minute.
And they're great for
shade
as well.
They're popping up all over the place. Love those.
Good flowery plant for a shady position.
Right, Dingo sent in a few pictures. He says, morning all, just a few pics. I think it was just the compost.
Yeah, it was a bit of compost. I thought
it was this big spider
that's what I thought.
I was like, morning all, just a few pics before it rains again. Cheers, Dingo. So let's have a little look in Dingo's garden.
Can you send some of this rain towards Norfolk, please? We want lots of rain in Norfolk.
Oh my word!
That's looking good, isn't it?
Wow!
Look at that. Is that the carpet? The million?
I don't know if it's Million Stars or
is the Million Bells pink carpet.
That is beautiful, though, isn't it?
Oh yeah, Raspberry Sunday. That's the one, Stu. Now you say it. Yeah.
Nice plant. Lovely, Dingo. Next up, we've got some lovely clematis growing up there. Looks like some geraniums as well.
That's similar to the one. The what do you call it? Storm.
Geranium storm cloud.
Storm cloud. It's got a similar kind of flower.
Maybe.
I think that could be Ville de Lis on that, but I'm kind of.
Very nice,
Beautiful.
Dingo. Thank you. A couple more pictures from Dingo. So, the Azalea pink spider. We've got some rhododendrons in there. Is that a honeyberry at the? Oh no, it's not. Oh, it's the lilac. Of course it is. There's the lilac flowers. Yeah, lovely.
Look at that. That good,
yeah, gorgeous. Yeah. Nice, Dingo. Nice. Very nice indeed. And the final one from Dingo, what we've got going on here. Straubs. He's got his straubs. Loads of flowers. And is that... There's actual strawberries starting to form on there as well.
Soon be time for getting pots of cream in.
Yeah. I need to check my strawberries, actually, because there was some definite little strawberries forming.
I've got some from my little runners I got from here, already little tiny strawberries developing.
Nice. Right, Hazel says, everything growing well with all the sun we have had. Appletini, honey... she's identified them for us. Appletini, honeyberry, potatoes, irises and skyscraper lilies. Much needed rain forecast for the weekend. You're going to have so many apples! Whoa! That's the appletini.
Oh my goodness me!
Look at all of those.
Is that a petunia flowering already as well? Look at that! Look at the apples on there.
So many apples.
Looking really healthy.
Mine's looking pretty healthy this year as well. I had like 3 or 4 last year, but this year is looking really good. So fingers crossed. Oh, the honeyberries there as well. Oh, you've got quite a few on there.
Going on. Wow.
Quite a few of your honeyberries.
Yours are a bit ahead of mine, although I think I need to check them. I haven't looked for a bit because they do that all of a sudden, don't they?
Yeah, and they sort of hide underneath the leaves as well, don't they?
One minute they're green, and then you look like a few weeks later, it's like, whoa, they're ready. I need to start eating them.
Oh, the beautiful irises.
Dutch iris. I love Dutch. I've got about 4 or 5 pots of those on my patio at the moment. They're adorable.
I think that's what I've got. Oh, it's not that particular variety, but the one I've been waiting for years, and all of a sudden there's a flower spike. It's looking beautiful. Oh, potatoes. Got a spuds growing nicely. Lovely, healthy foliage on there as well. Now you're just waiting for those flowers to appear, aren't you? They should be coming soon, I reckon. Flowers should be coming soon.
I'm growing my first spuds this year ever in my garden from YouGarden. Yeah, the rocket, I think I'm growing.
Nice.
Yeah, and very similar to those. So
very good.
Been earthing them up in my 30-litre pots, got them up against the greenhouse so they're nice and sheltered. So yeah, I'm looking forward to my first ever homegrown potatoes.
Lovely.
Yeah, it's going to be good.
Oh, final picture from Hazel is her skyscraper lilies. They are growing really tall now, aren't they? They're going to be amazing.
Look at it. I mean, the colour.
And the fragrance is going to be beautiful as well, isn't it? Dina on Facebook. What is she saying? Sorry, Stu. Got her Indian summer. Oh, the Alstroemeria. Beautifully packaged. Can't wait to see them bloom. Thank you, Dina. Yeah, they are gorgeous plants. Love the Alstroemeria.
Yeah,
the flower combo is amazing.
You're going to love those. Our next door neighbour's got some. John, my husband's got some, and they form a beautiful, great big clump that flower for months. You're going to love them.
All right, sorry, Stu, I missed all of that. Favourites table. We're going over here. So we're going to start over at the end with the Shasta daisies, where you're going to get 3 of them included. Nice, tall, healthy plants here, and beautiful, big daisy flowers.
Yeah, masses of daisy flowers as well. There's great, big, beautiful daisy flowers, yellow centres, so gorgeous white petals. You can use these as cut flowers as well. They'll eventually spread and make nice little clumps for you. And this variety shouldn't need staking. This is much more compact than the old types. So, oh, made myself cough then.
You're right.
So really, really good for kind of a more open situation. They are perennials. They'll come back year after year. They're bone hardy. They'll grow in full sun. They'll grow in part sun, or grow in containers. It's up to you.
Exactly, yeah. Totally a brilliant plant to have in your garden. Absolutely sunshine, I think, in a border. That's what you think of. You definitely think of summer when you see those. 560902 is the item number if you'd like to go for those half-price deal. Just $12.72 if you are a club member. Next up, we've got the Allium bubble baths for you. Again, a 3 9cm pot deal for you. We've taken £14 off the price here as well. Make sure you're using your code to get those savings and your free postage and extend your Allium flowering season. Yeah,
because that's a good thing with these. The alliums you normally grow, you grow from bulbs. These are kind of like a rooted allium, if you like. These will come back year after year. They're really, really tough. They'll gradually form like a nice little colony. You can get 15, 20 flower spikes per clump of these as well, and they keep coming over a period of time. They don't sort of all appear at once. So you could get up to sort of 6 weeks to 2 months of flower on these, and they kind of get maximum about knee height, really, even not as high as that. I've planted loads of these in customers' gardens. Great in a lovely full sunny well-drained position, tough as old boots. Come back year after year, and you can grow them in containers as well if you want to.
561175 is the item number if you'd like to go for those. Yeah, definitely get all those bees popping around your garden. Next up, we've got the Sweet Williams, which are currently in first place. Miscanthus was the most popular, but now it's Sweet Williams. I'm totally wrong this week, aren't I? These are beautiful garden-ready plants. I love the fragrance from a Sweet William.
Already flowers appearing on these as well.
Yeah, there is, isn't there? I saw that. So, 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean, most of them.
You know what, though? I might be tempted.
Oh, you're going to do it? You're going to pinch it out,
I might be tempted to pinch some of these out. And yeah,
I mean, it feels so harsh.
I won't do it on this one. But you could do if you want to, because at the bottom here, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 stems at the base. And if you... Oh, goodness sake, let's just do it.
Oh, Adam!
So, so if you kind of just... God, tough stem. There you go. So if you pinch that top out like I've done now, you see all those little side shoots? They will now shoot for you. So rather than be 1 stem, you're going to get 3 or 4 stems. And it's still oodles of time to flower on these.
Yeah, loads.
But you don't have to do that if you don't want to. It's
yeah, but you're going to get more
you.
flowers. So honestly, once you start pinching out and you realise, the benefits of doing it, you'll be doing it with almost... There are certain plants that don't like it, so do make sure you do a bit of research before you start pinching out. There's some that you can't do it with, but these you definitely can. 10 garden-ready plants there. 1104 is your club price. 410230 is the item number if you would like to go for those. Go to YouGarden.com to place your order. Offer code. It's all about the offer code. Make sure you using it, please. More garden readies will be coming up for you very, very shortly as well, but please do get your Sweet Williams whilst we've got those ones available for you. Next up, we've got the Colhunia, which is a lovely plant where you get these bright red tubular flowers on here. Stu says it's a good job I'm good at other stuff. I know, singer is not. It's not part of my wheelhouse, is it? No. It's fair enough.
Look Have we
I
taken
always
one of
figure
these
if you
out?
do it with confidence, though, it really doesn't matter.
Oh, blimey. Look, I can hear these are good roots. Oh!
Look at that rooty beauty!
Usual story there.
Squeeze and tease.
Squeeze, yeah, big
Give
time
it a
on
squeeze
there.
and a tease. Get
Yeah.
those roots loosened up
kind of-
before you start planting that.
Wow.
It's definitely a rooty plant.
And lovely leaves. These are lovely and soft and
They are.
velvety. Feel really nice. Are they fragrant? No, they're not. Sometimes I just like to have a
Just
whiff.
try it. You never
But,
know. You never know.
Yeah. But I did grow this donkeys years ago in my old garden in Bishop Stortford, and it's great because it's a late summer flowering plant. This
Yes.
one, and sometimes it straddles the line between being a perennial and almost kind of like a type of shrub. Warm, sunny, well drained position. Great container plant. Starts flowering in August, goes through September into October. Looks great with things like dahlias, hibiscus, for example. All those late summer flowering plants. Yeah, different, unusual, adorable, these gorgeous spikes of flower. You're going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, I think you will. It's really quite a stunning one, and it's a new one for us that we brought into the potting shed this week for you. So often the new ones are the most popular ones. 561339 is the item number. You've got an £8 saving on there. Please use your code to get your savings and your free postage as well. And next up, we've got the Miscanthus. This is my favourite on the show this week. I'm sorry we can't show you the physical plant. They are arriving tomorrow. We are dispatching from tomorrow, so it is on a pre-order at the moment, but you will get 3 beautiful plug plants here, and the plant that it's going to create is going to be outstanding.
Yeah, I almost feel like with that picture, you just need to put a pair of ostrich legs on there and an ostrich head, and
I can see what you mean.
Yeah,
I do. I get it. I get it.
Because I've seen ostriches in the wild kind of running, and, and they've got that kind of big fluffy kind of plumage to them. But yeah, this is dramatic, this one. Miscanthus is one of the toughest grasses you can grow anyway. Super, super daft, drought tolerant, frost tolerant, no problem at all. But this one starts off green, early part of the year, so lovely deep green foliage, and then towards the autumn, whoa, this turns red. I mean, really deep red, almost a little bit like a cordyline leaf really, with the sort of coloration on the leaves there, and then you get those white flower plumes on top, which you can leave all the way through the winter. And don't cut this down for the winter, leave it, because the foliage will look like this for a long time, right up until probably Christmas time, even a little bit beyond. Then it will go off colour, it will go kind of more of a tan kind of colour, but leave the clumps still because they look glorious during the winter time, especially covered in frost. And then in the spring, just cut them down to about 6 or 7 inches, no lower than that, but about 6 or 7 inches. All the new growth will come through again, and kind of year on year it will get bigger, and it will just give you that drama all those different times of year.
It's a beautiful one. I definitely want to add it into my garden. Pots, containers, but also into the ground as well. You could do any of those things with that particular plant. I just think it's a really stunning one. Garden Readies is where we're starting over here. Sorry, there's a £5 saving on that Miscanthus as well, by the way. Make sure you use your code to access that. You'll get free postage too. We're going to start with the Garden Ready. We're going at this end, which is the Verbena quartz mix for you.
Yeah.
So a garden ready plant means that it is absolutely ready to be planted into your garden. They are bigger plug plants, which means that you can get them straight out.
And you can now as well.
You can now.
Yeah, I mean, goodness me, it's June next week, so if we don't put them in the ground now, we're never going to do it, are we?
Yeah,
so,
exactly. Get them out. Get them out.
Yeah, get these home, get these out in the ground. These are gorgeous. I really like Verbena because they give you so much colour for a long period of time. And look at the colour mix on here. I mean, there's purples, there's pinks, there's whites, there's reds, there's a really beautiful mix there as well. Some of them are sort of double coloured. I like the little kind of soft pinky one here as well. That's really nice colour. Love that.
It works really well together as well, doesn't it?
Yeah, they do.
It's a lovely colour palette.
They look fabulous in hanging baskets. If you've got easy fills, for example, you can plant them around the side of the basket or in the top of the basket, and they're good fillers. If you've got a nice sort of open sunny area, you've got pots, you might have, say, a pot with a phormium in or a pot with an olive in, and you've got bare soil at the base, and you're thinking, I'd love something really colourful and bright and easy to grow throughout the summer. Plant these at the base. They flower their socks off at absolute ages. Deadhead them if you can, because that will encourage more flowers. Water them, feed them, use our blooming fast, and they just do this for ages. They don't get tall, probably only about 5 or 6 inches tall, but they'll spread. They'll form like a little mound, if you like, that will gently tumble over the side of pots or the edge of hanging baskets. Liquid feed. Have I said liquid feed?
I don't know.
No, liquid feed.
I'm not listening to you. I'm only joking.
Use that blooming fast because that encourages them to keep flowering as well. And they will flower. Well, look at this one. This little one's already starting to flower.
It's going already, isn't it?
Loads of buds
Actually,
on here.
there's a white one at the front there that's going.
Yeah. Oh, that's been and gone already, that one. So, just deadhead them. And you can see there's loads of flower buds on here. I wouldn't bother picking the flower buds off these. Let these go. Let them do what they want to do, and they'll still look as gorgeous for you right the way up into September, even October.
Lovely. Verbena quartz mix there, 10 garden-ready plants. I actually quite like the way they sort of open around the edge first and then move inwards. They're quite cute, aren't they, the way they do that? £11 and 4 pence is the club price. Next up, we've got the Begonia Sahara. I know we've been bringing these for a week or so, but these are beautiful garden-ready plants, completely weather-tolerant and shade and sun as well. Yeah,
although I do have a bit of a beef with the name on this one because for a plant that likes shade, I don't know why they called it Sahara.
Sahara.
But there you go. Awesome for shade, this one. And also you get colours in the leaves, so you've got that deep plummy coloured leaf there, you've got the lovely lime green coloured leaves, and you have a range of white, pink and red flowers on these. I grew these as a kid. I always loved them as a kid, and all you've got to do is plant them and leave them. You don't even bother deadheading these. They flower constantly right up until the first frosts. In fact, I even remember as a kid they even got through the first few light autumn frosts. It was only till you got down to the -3s and 4s. That's when they finally turned black and they went. But months and months and months of flower on these. Great for a north-facing garden. Great for hanging baskets that are north-facing. Easy to grow. You can grow them in sun as well if you want, but you just need to keep them well watered. And these are ready to go. And I'll just whip one out for you just to show you the root system because I know it'll be awesome if I can get it out. Come out, you. Be a bit more gentle than this, but yeah, look, same story as always. Gorgeous, fabulous root system on there, really nicely established all the way round. So yeah, and these can go straight out now as well. Get them out in the garden, get them growing, and just enjoy months of fabulous colour.
Do we need to harden them off a little bit? We keep them under cover here, or do you reckon straight out?
What I might do, if you're going to put them in a shady position, straight out. If they're going to go for a little bit of a sunnier position, I'd kind of just acclimatise them a little bit. Yeah.
Begonia Saharas, brilliant for all over the garden, whether it's sunny or it's shady, and they're great at coping with the summer weather. Doesn't matter what it seems to throw at it, they can cope with them. 410206 is the item number if you'd like to go. The final selection of garden readies that we've got for you today is the Dianthus, the Coronet mix that we've got for you here.
These are beauts, aren't they? Look at the colour range on these, and these are fragrant as well. So you've got fragrance, you've got colour, you've got that lovely kind of what they call glaucosy, if I can say it, glaucosy blue coloured foliage. Gorgeously well developed plants there. Wow. Same story all the time, Bex.
Every time, look at it.
Because we grow in our professional compost, so you've got that fabulous root system. These are going to be flowering for you within about 3 or 4 weeks. They're going to keep going all the way through to the autumn. Masses and masses of those lovely little dianthus flowers in a wonderful mix of colours. And again, you can use these in so many places. Beds, borders, hanging baskets, pots, troughs, window boxes. Pretty much anywhere.
I need to find a little home for the wormy worm.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we can't guarantee you'll get a worm with yours, but...
oh, he's not happy, Put me somewhere.
It's like one of those...
I'll find a home for you
later,
later,
It's like one of those things you see in a Christmas cracker. You put it on the palm of your hand and...
yeah, and it moves around the wiggly fish thing.
And then it predicts something, your future or something. But yeah, these are brilliant. So all 3 of these that we've just shown you, they're all garden ready. They're all ready to go straight out. They've got a brilliant root system. They get established very, very quickly. And look at the mix. I mean, goodness me, you've got the solid colours. You've got the solid red and the solid pink. You've got the lovely little bi-colours there. You've got that kind of silvery, almost glaucosy blue foliage in between.
Look at that.
Adorable, these. And
aren't they?
Only sort of 6-7 inches tall, but they'll spread. They'll kind of make a nice little ground cover plant, and they look gorgeous for months.
Annual, perennial?
Treat these as annuals, these ones. Yeah.
Because Dianthus, normally we'd say perennial, get it, completely winter. You couldn't even protect these?
Yeah, if you wanted to protect them, you probably could get them through winter. So if you grow them in a pot, for example...
Yeah, if you move the pot.
Yeah, you could bring the pot into somewhere that's not going to get really wet and frosty. Chances are they would go through to the following year. But if you're just going to leave them outside in an average winter, these ones...
They will die off.
Yeah, they're not really perennial.
They're not like your other Dianthus that you might be thinking of in your garden. 410209 is the item number if you'd like to go for the Coronet mix. They're the 10 garden ready penny plants. £11.04 is the club price on those ones. Next up on this table, we've got the beautiful Azalea Encore collection. Why get an azalea that's only going to flower once if you can get one that's going to flower twice?
Yeah, it's Encore on this because you get a spring flower on this, and then late summer into autumn, they flower for you all over again, which is amazing, really.
I love that.
Yeah, incredible. Because rhodies are flowering their socks off right now, so the azaleas, they're looking gorgeous, they're looking stunning. And with these, they're evergreen, so they look good all the year through. 3 plants, 3 different colours for you. If you've already got rhododendrons, azaleas, camellias, all those sorts of things growing very happily in your garden, nice sort of shiny green foliage, you could put these in the same soil. No problem at all. If you haven't got acid soil, grow them in pots and containers. Use ericaceous compost. They're really, really happy in containers. They will grow in part sun, they'll grow in part shade, long-lived, super, super frost hardy. They'll get for any winter time. Loved by the pollinating insects, and with these you're going to get that double flush of colour. So flowers in the spring and late summer into autumn. Incredible, really, what they can do these days.
I love it, honestly. It's very, very clever. £5 saving on that one. So your discount club price brings you down to £21.22. That is approximately £7.07 per pot that you would be paying there. Yes, I did some fast maths. Evergreen colour, 2 flowering seasons. Just make sure you got yourself some ericaceous compost to go with them. 511258 is the item number if you'd like to go for those. Caroline, I meant to say when we were doing the garden readies, there are Busy Lizzie garden readies available on the website. I don't know if we're bringing them into the potting shed. In all likelihood, yes, but you might want to go and grab them from the website because I just don't know how stock levels and whether they would sell out or anything, how long they're going to last. We might bring them in next week, but only if the stock allows us to. So I just wouldn't want you to miss out if that's what you're looking for. I know you've got the postage to pay if you're shopping on the website, but sometimes things sell out and we can't get them back.
They're the beacon ones.
She just said Busy Lizzie's, but they were the beacons, I think.
Yeah, that's brilliant, that variety.
It is an amazing variety.
Yeah, really good.
Right, sorry, I meant to say that when we were talking about the garden readies. Right, last one on the table here, Crocosmia Lucifer. I planted these last year before, and I adore these because of these and it's the way that it opens. It's one of those ones that opens in succession. Lovely, bright red colours you get.
They're a devil to grow.
I could see that you were thinking of something then.
They're not.
See it written all over your face.
They're really easy. I've got these. Well, not quite true. John has got them in the front garden. These are gorgeous. Crocosmia Lucifer is probably the go-to Crocosmia to grow. Huge, great big spikes of deep, deep red flowers. Start off an orangey colour, go deep red. Lovely sort of gladiola-like type leaves that come up as well. These can get to about a metre and a half tall. Lovely, sunny, sheltered position on these. They spread, so you'll get sort of bigger clumps year after year. You can have them as cut flowers as well if you want to. Even though they're from South Africa, they're very, very hardy in the UK. Most people that gardens I've planted them in over the years always come back year after year. Yeah, just reliable, easy, straightforward. Soak the bulbs overnight or for 24 hours before planting them. Basically, rule of thumb with any bulbs, if the bulbs, say, an inch high, you want 3 times as much soil on top. So apply that principle with these. Plant them somewhere sunny and well drained, or in a container, and they'll come back year after year and look magnificent for you.
They spread a little bit as well, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Once they get hold, they will actually
form a nice little clump.
Like clumps, and you can divide them.
Yeah, you can divide them up and spread them out. They do this weird thing as well, because they're a corm. What happens with corms is they kind of develop the corm they're going to flower on as they flower in the same year. So when you dig them up, quite often you'll see a whole row of corms all stuck together in a row.
Yeah.
So the one at the bottom was the very first one that you put in,
and
then they produce one on top each year. So they're a bit bizarre.
And then different. You can age it as well.
Yeah, you could pretty much work out. Yeah, if you count the corms down, that'll give you an idea of when you put the first one in.
Yeah, interesting. 630241 is the item number. So if I plant these bulbs now, I could get flowers this year.
Yeah, you could. I'd give them a good soak first, though. But yeah, chances are you could get some flowers this year, but definitely next year, once they're established, no problem at all. And they'll come back year after year. They're a really, really reliable, stunning, red flowering bulb, these, the Crocosmia Lucifer.
All right, £4 saving on that. It's only £6.79. You could come in and buy that, £6.79, nothing else to pay, no postage, that's it. You would just get that home for £6.79 as your club member discount price. 630241 is the item number if you'd like to go for that one. Right, Dave's asked a question. I love this, Dave. So he says, when can you cut, honeyberry, when can you cut it back? Had all my fruit, over a pound of fruit.
Whoa!
What? You've had it all already and it's amazing. I think that's brilliant. A lot of people are still waiting for their honeyberry, so that's amazing.
That would be a lot of honeyberries as well, wouldn't it, to create a pound of fruit?
That's a good one.
Oh, stunning.
I mean, you could prune that. Would you do it now? Would you wait until autumn?
No, I would do it now, actually.
Would you?
Yeah, I'd kind of prune them back now so that the new growth that
comes
forms,
through.
will give you your flowering growth for next year.
There you go. Give it a little prune now, Dave. Off you go. That's brilliant. Thank you for letting us know that.
Have you got a picture of the bowl or something you put them in?
Yeah, that'd be amazing.
Good. If you've got a pic of kind of what they look like, that'd be awesome.
Ruth has sent a picture. She says, storm cloud taking off. All three survived.
Whoa.
Whoop, whoop. I adore the storm cloud. I have planted a couple of these in my garden, actually. Mine are a bit slow just because of the clay soil. I should have put them in a pot, but look at that.
The foliage, the flower colour are magnificent on these.
Lovely hardy geranium there.
Yeah, that is glorious.
I'm going to plant some more. I'm going to put them in heavy-duty pots so I can take them to my new house. Why not?
Hopefully it'll encourage some storm clouds overhead as well.
Yeah,
we
looking really good.
We do want the rain, don't we? But beautiful, really lovely purple.
Well, we want the rain at night time. I'm with, I think it was, who was it in the chat earlier? Somebody was saying rain at night, sun in the day. That's like the ideal thing, isn't it?
But that storm cloud's definitely a Nicky plant, isn't it, that one? Talk about purple, proper purple.
Right, so Ruth sent another one saying, hello, colour gets me every time. Sorry. I pressed it and then stopped it. Apologies, Stu. Sorry.
Oh,
wow.
That's nice. So that's like a communal
it
project
very much
there.
looks like that, doesn't it? And everybody is making an effort down there.
So rather than a really boring, I guess a wall down that side, they've got that beautiful corridor of colour. It makes such a difference, doesn't it?
That's a grapevine growing up there, isn't it?
Do you know what? That's a yucca, that is. They're great.
Over there, yeah.
Yeah, that's a yucca. That's probably, it looks like a yucca to me, or, yeah, definitely.
That's a lovely walk down there as well, isn't it?
Look at the
roses. See the ones at the back? The satellite dishes. Oh, what are you looking at, Snoop? They're good, those satellite dishes, apparently. Satellitis dishes.
Yeah, prune them in the autumn.
Yeah, that looks really pretty, Ruth. Thank you for sending that. There's something a little bit different, isn't it? Love your pictures. Do send some more, please. It's the email address you need is ygtv@yougarden.com. We will show your pictures if you're happy to send them to us. We love to give people a bit of inspiration, so it's really nice if you want to send them. Where's the climbing rose?
It is under
it's
here.
Right
there we
there,
go.
look. Can you wave it at Stu?
I will.
Let's have a little look at that beautiful climbing rose, shall we? Because
Stu,
that is a really quality rose of the week that we are bringing you, and it's only £12.74 if you are a club discount member. So it's £12.74. There is no postage to pay on this as long as you're using your code. That's how you get your £5 saving. That's how you get your free postage included as well. A beautiful one, really sort of tight pink buds, open up into this lovely blush tone with those yellow centres. Pollinators are going to love them. Really simple, easy, can even cope with really poor soils as well. 530727 is the item number if you'd like to go for that amazing climbing rose. I'm hearing it's very popular. Next up, we've got the salvias, the 3 different colours, the hot lips, the amethyst, and cherry lips. It was the other one I forgot last time as well. Was it the same one? Oh, okay. 560668 is the item number. You're going to get the 3 9cm pots, all 3 of those. A fantastic winter hardy shrubby plant you're getting here. Flowers for months and keeps going right the way through to autumn. One of the later things to flower. It is it's a £9 saving on here. £12.72 if you're a club member for all 3 of those. 560668. And now you've all started going for the Shasta daisies. Of course you have, because we've put it on the favourites table. I knew you'd like this one. Half price deal, £15 discount, £12.72 is the club price, and you are going to get all 3 of those, reaching about 50-60 centimetres height, these, forming lovely little clumps. In the later years, you'll be able to divide these up and spread them around your garden as well. Just sunshine plant, that one. It's definitely a summer vibes you get with that. 560902 is the item number. Sweet Williams are up next. These are the garden ready plants that we're bringing you here. You get 10 of them. Lovely fragrance you get from those. It's all the same variety, by the way. You'd be mistaken to think that, you know, there's lots of different varieties in there. You get the gorgeous shades all the way through those different pink tones into sort of purpley lilac tones as well. 410230 is the item number. It is a perennial as well. You can get those through to next year quite happily. Next up, we've got the garden, more of the garden readies. So we've got the Verbena quartz mix, 10 garden ready plants here, hanging baskets, pots, borders. You can do anything with those. These are your annuals, by the way. So these are buy again next year. Definitely worthy of getting in your garden, though. Beautiful colours you get from those. 1104 is your club price, 410076. And then we've got the Begonia Saharas. These are the ones that you need if you've got a shady garden. They don't mind sun, they don't mind shade. They're really easy. They flower for ages. And you get the lovely contrast of the foliage with the green and the burgundy, as well as against the beautiful flowers that you've got there, the red, the pink and the white. 410206, 1104 club price. And then we had the Dianthus Coronet. So these ones are 10 garden ready plants, 1104 club price. Now these are the ones that you could get through to next year if you give them some winter protection. Lovely colour mix included in these. Again, great for pots, borders, window boxes, top hanging baskets, really versatile but amazing colour combinations. 410209. Make sure you're using your code, please, so that you get your free postage included. The Coreopsis, the lovely early sunrise, orangey yellow coloured fluffy flowers that you have here. These flower for months. These are a perennial plant, really easy. Plant it, leave it, love it. It just keeps coming back for you. A little bit of deadheading actually, just a tiny bit. That's what you're going to need to do to get these to just keep going for months on end. 560890, £15 saving. It is a half price deal as long as you're using your code. The Nepalese Flame, Colhunia, that's how you say it, by the way. Colhunia, the Nepalese Flame, 3 9cm pots here. Gorgeous plant, perennial. Probably put it in a sheltered spot, give it a little mulch to make sure it gets through. But look at those flowers, that's why you want that. Look at those. They're so pretty. I love the markings inside there. Bright red sort of tubular flowers you have on those. 1867 is your discount club price. You've got an £8 saving. 561339 is the item number. Oh, he's lost the last one. Hang on, it's coming. I'll have a drink while you're doing it. Make sure you're using that code though, please, everybody. You will get your savings, you will get your free postage as well included, as long as you're putting those in. The final one to show you in the review is the Hydrangea paniculata, the magical Himalaya. Comes to you in the 3 litre pot. Look at these flowers. It is a paniculata, but it looks a bit like a mop head. But I do like the paniculatas, dead easy. Just prune it in sort of early springtime. The new growth holds the new flowers. It's nice and simple that way, isn't it? 511615 is the item number if you go for the Hydrangea paniculata. Oh, and one more. I need to show you the Purple Sun, of course. Yes, they are still available to you. The 3 9cm pots, you're going to be saving £14 here. You've got your discount club price of £13.57, and that is a brilliant one. We've all grown these and think they are amazing. You get flowers constantly through summer, and it's an osteospermum, so it is one that you could get to come back next year, but it's not one of the hardy ones. You need to give it a little bit of winter protection. These are the kind of displays that you could be having in your garden as well. Having grown these a couple of years ago, I honestly loved them. These are the ones that Sean had in his garden. Lovely. Oh, there's mine. So you get the lovely sort of domed, mounded displays from them, and they really are bright, colourful, beautiful things. There's a lovely slow-mo arty shot I was doing there. I didn't get a wide shot like you got at Sean's, but that does show it off better. You're absolutely right. Yeah, the Captain Overplanter did a brilliant shot. This is why we overplant, because you do sometimes get a better display, don't you? But you can strangle the plant as well.
Yeah, sometimes less is more.
Sometimes.
Yeah. But a bit of deadheading required.
Yeah, I just saw that as well. Love that. I showed Dad it, and he was like, "You need to do some deadheading." You always notice the deadheading, don't you? Right. So the osteospermum Purple Suns are still available. 3 9cm pots for you there. Next up, we have got this unbelievable, the Helianthus. It is still a buy one get one free. You will get 2 of these. So with the buy one get one free deal, you put one in your basket and you enter the code. The code is what puts the second one into your basket. So just put one in, you'll get a free one as long as you use the code.
This needs to be in front of the blue.
Yeah, actually it kind of does, doesn't it? The yellow against the blue.
Yellow and blue, a lovely blue sky with that gorgeous, gorgeous sunflower in front. I mean, how divine is that? That
it's really
shows
pretty.
The colours. Yeah, lovely. And this one isn't one of those sunflowers that's going to go mad. It's not like the single stem type. It's what you see here. It's multi-flowered, weeks and weeks, months of flower on this.
Months.
Gets about 50, 60 centimetres tall. Stu, have we got that customer pic of
Andrews?
Andrews, there we are. There he is. Yeah, this was about October time. This was.
Yep.
So even beyond summer really, halfway through autumn, they still look magnificent. So if you think they're flowering now, we're only in the 3rd week of May. So what's that? June, July, August, September, October. 6 months, half a year's worth of flower on these. And this is the one that can't set seed. And that's why it keeps trying to flower, because that's what plants want to do. The only reason they flower is to set seed, not to please us, just to kind of proliferate and keep the species going. But because this one can't set seed, it frustrates it into keep flowering.
I love that.
Yeah, don't tell it.
We've annoyed you.
Yeah,
it's going to make you flower constantly.
Yeah, good job it's not sentient, or he'd be crying now. Yeah, don't worry.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. You'll be fine.
But yeah, beautiful.
Yeah, you are getting a buy one get one free. Put one in your basket. Use your code YGTV2125. That'll put the second one in the basket for you. The item number is 560541. Right, over to the compost. I have got some messages. So Dave sent a message, and I think this is so sweet. You know, we asked him to send us a picture if he can of his,
the blue
haul.
Yeah,
he hasn't sent it, but there's a really nice reason. He said, I've frozen them to make pie for my mum's birthday in August. Sorry. That's so lovely, Dave.
Well,
that is absolutely fine.
Well, I'll tell you what you've got to do. You've got to make a note on your diary. We want to see the pie.
Yeah, send us a picture of the pie.
We want to see a picture of the pie, definitely.
Ali, sorry, no, I did not see your email that you sent yesterday. I tend to go to. I will start going to like yesterday to see those. But yeah, she sent an email. She got some pictures, but she also needs some advice. So let's do the advice bit first. So she says, I have a problem that I'd like help with, please. The strawberries are very healthy, but mushrooms are pushing up underneath. Not sure what's going on. Please, can you help? Did you send a picture, Ali, or is that just asking a question? Ah, here it is. Yeah. Strawberry Cambridge favourite. She's got some mushrooms coming in.
I'll tell you what, have you used mushroom compost to put into your garden? Also, you've got the strochy straw there as well. Don't worry about that. Basically, what's happened is some kind of mycelium or something's got into the straw, some spores. So they're not related to the strawberry. They're just mushrooms that are naturally growing there somehow. It's
not going to cause any damage or anything, is it?
No, no harm at all. It's not going to bother them. I mean, obviously, don't eat those mushrooms. They may well be the edible ones if you've used mushroom compost, or they could have come from the straw or the strolch. Basically, they will come from this sort of stuff called mycelium or spores. Just fine. I mean, if you want to put some gloves on, just pick them out and drop them in the bin. But they won't affect your strawberries at all. No problem.
There we go. Good. All right, let's have a quick look at Ali's other pictures that she sent then, just so that we can show.
Oh, I'm loving
love
that.
This.
That's the
I can't believe the azalea is still
it?
going. That's looking amazing. Look how beautiful that is. Are we getting that back in stock, Stu? Do you know? Yeah, pink spider. Was it a one-off batch? Oh.
It's been brilliant, Bex, because I can remember you and I doing one of those on a show weeks and weeks ago, and we were just talking about, you can see the bugs, you can see, and there was no colour. And we've seen those develop all the way through to like full flower now. It's been a real joy,
really
isn't it?
Lovely to see it. So, do we think this might be? Yes, I think there's a ticket. It is. That's Hydrangea. It's Serrata Euphoria. Yeah, definitely. I can see it on the label. That foliage colour is intense and beautiful. And then when you get the pink flowers coming on there, they're going to be beautiful. Love that. Thank you, Ali. And then one more picture from Ali here.
Hey!
Oh, so this is
the bucks,
bloom
isn't
bucks,
it?
bloom
The
bucks.
bloom bucks.
The rhodey bloom bucks.
We've got 3 there. Actually, we had those on a show yesterday. They're looking beautiful at the moment, really gorgeous. I like the fact that they're like a huge rhododendron shrunk down to like a little bonsai size. They've got the beautiful leaves, the lovely flowers, and you look into those flowers, they're the perfect shape of a rhodey flower, but they're tiny. tiny but impressive and beautiful.
Very good, thank you, Ali. Hopefully we've been able to help you there. Apologies, I didn't see that email earlier on. I haven't been in the YouTube chat for a while. Is everybody all right in there? I did see you, Marissa. You said you cut the fern leaves off, and you said there was new ones coming through. I think we talked about it and said cut them off, didn't we? But she's getting new ones coming through. Neil says there's allium bubbles and other alliums are flowering. My older and gallery lupins are beginning to flower, and the hot lips has flowers this morning. That's lovely. One quick question from Ruth. Guys, can I prune the long dominant stem of the thornless blackberries? All three of them have one dominant stem that's romping away.
No.
You have to leave the leader, don't you?
Yeah, don't, because the stem that's growing now, that will be your fruiting stem for next year, because blackberries, raspberries, pretty much fruit on the previous year's wood. So just leave that to grow. That's absolutely fine, and that will be your stem that will produce flowers and fruit for 2026.
Leave it alone, Ruth.
Yeah.
Sorry. Let it romp away. Message on Facebook from Jodie. She's got her oleanders delivered and they're amazing condition as always. That's really good. We do like to hear the good news stories. Obviously, we do appreciate sometimes there are errors and things, and we'll always push you to our customer support team who are amazing. But we do like to hear the amazing good stuff as well. If you have just joined, you can watch us again if you want to. You can rewind, you can watch back. It'll be available to watch this afternoon, but it's really nice to have your company. We've only got about 15 minutes left now, but we've still got some things to show you. But you can watch back any time as well if you'd like to. So a quick one on the compost, because we all need to make sure we're not going to run out of this amazing stuff, don't we?
We are, yeah. This is going to make you a compost snob. This is our most 5-star, loved, reviewed, sort of adored product, if you like. Peat reduced, it has been for a long, long time. But also even some of the peat we have used has been renewable from sphagnum moss. But we've taken lots of peat out, we've put in that composted wood fibre that creates wonderful air circulation. It lets the water percolate through. If you're a tiny seed or a plugger plant or a cutting, you can get your roots down into this. You can get that amazing root system. There's a slow release feed in this that's going to feed your plants for up to 6 months. You'll see little green or tan coloured beads in this. That's your slow release fertiliser. It's pH balanced, so it's not too acid, it's not too alkaline. It's got a wetting agent, so it wants to absorb the moisture. You know, some of those cheaper composts, when you water them and they're dry, the water just cascades straight off. This much less likely to do that. It wants to soak the moisture in. It comes in plain white bags because that's what it needs to be. It arrive on your doorstep in a bag, in a box for you, delivered to your doorstep, no P&P, and you will get the most magnificent results from this of any compost you've ever used. Sean uses it, I use it, Bex uses it, Stu uses it. I wouldn't use anything else. Definitely not anything else. Not
going to use anything else. I've had too many bad experiences now, so I know the difference that this one makes. 100125 is the item number if you'd like to go for it. 21.23 delivered price there, no postage to pay. Nice having it delivered straight to the door. It's even better if you've got a teenage son who'll carry it into the back garden for you. I can't lend him to you, unfortunately, but it is brilliant when he carries it for me. Right, moving on now to the monkey puzzle tree. I think these are architecturally just fantastic. There's a house down the road from me, and they've got quite a long drive, but they've got 3 of them just in a row. Just right out the front of the house, and they're slightly different heights, which I actually quite enjoy. But the architecture that you get from these is just amazing. They are. They're bone hardy. They originate from Chile, that part of the world. Araucaria araucana are these. Very, very unusual, very different, dramatic, unusual. In their younger years, they have that kind of almost Christmas tree type of shape to them. When they mature, they go berserk. They go right funny shapes. You're not going to see one mature. None of us will see one of these mature, but you will get this to a reasonably decent size. They're bone tough, bone hardy. They'll get through any frost in the UK. Super drought tolerant once they're established. Evergreen, so they look good all the year through. And the story goes on these. Ouch! Yes, it's a bit spiky as well. They are a bit spiky.
Yeah, just be careful of that.
I did that this morning.
A little bit spiky. The story goes on these. Sort of back in the 18th century, an explorer went over to Chile.
Yep.
The indigenous people there at the time made him a meal because they produce edible nuts, apparently. So he brought some of these nuts back to the UK, he germinated them, he grew the plant on to a reasonable size. A friend one day said, wow, what is that tree? And he said, well, I haven't really got a name for it. He said, I grew it from seed years ago, brought back from Chile. And the guy's response was that would puzzle a monkey to climb that tree. And
oh, is that the
yeah,
story?
and apparently that's how the name arrived. So then it got the name Monkey Puzzle. Yeah, because there's not any monkey that want to climb this. I tell you, they'd have pretty sore feet. But no, that's a really gorgeous thing to do. Remember, we bought you the little tree fern, and we said that could be like an heirloom plant. We'll do the same with this. And they're not as slow growing as you think. That little plant you see there, probably in 10, 15 years' time, that could be 1 metre, 2 metres tall. So they're not super slow.
Beautiful. 510187 is the item number if you'd like to go for it. We've got a £5 saving and it's $16.99 club member price there. Next up, we've got the hostas. This is the Hardy Hosta collection. 3 of them included, the Wide Brim, the Patriot and the Blue Angel. All 3 of them available for you. Now, I'm going to jump straight in here, Adam, because I've been growing these for a couple of years and I'm going to show you what mine are looking like. I did a little video on these just yesterday for you so that you can see the amazing quality that you get from these. All 3 of those, look at them.
They're looking good.
Aren't they looking beautiful?
What I like...
Have you noticed?
Go on.
Oh, there's a little hole in that leaf. There isn't, though. There's not much slug damage. There is a tiny little hole on a couple of leaves, but there is barely any slug damage on those at all. Look at how lush and beautiful they are.
And I like the contrast of foliage colour.
Thank you.
Kind of the gold, the silver,
yeah, it
and
works
the blue.
nicely, doesn't it? It's a great little collection.
Really stunning collection. These and super good plants. I mean, I've just got to quickly show you the root on this one because it's totally nuts.
They are rooty, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean, it's like that's just ridiculous.
It's amazing.
Isn't it?
Well, it's starting to flower. It's starting to send up little flower spikes coming off there as well. Each of them does produce these lovely sort of lavender-coloured flower spikes. I know we grow hostas more about foliage than we do about the flowers, but the flowers are actually quite impressive.
Yeah,
aren't
they're
they?
lovely, kind of pinky purpley colour. Some florists actually sell them as cut flowers as well now.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, in some of those sort of posh bouquets.
I bet they're expensive.
Yeah, they are. They're not cheap. It's like the amaryllis. Goodness me, you get a bunch of those. Loads of money.
Yeah.
But yeah, these are easy to grow hostas. Great for shade. Great for those cool north-facing gardens.
Well, that's where. So I've got the front of the house northeast facing. So they get a couple of hours sun in the morning, and it's in shade for the rest of the day. That's where I've got my aces. That's where I've got my hostas.
I've got a stupid amount of hostas in my garden. I love them. I've always adored hostas. I've got some that only get that. So I've got one called Sun and Substance that leaves get that big. It's one of the biggest hostas you can grow. Yeah, they're brilliant.
It was a big story at the Chelsea Flower Show. There was so many hostas when we were walking around, and actually 2 of the finalists were actually hostas as well. So, you know, foliage plants in the garden, ones that are going to be problem solvers to fill those shady gaps. All you've got to do is a little bit of slug and snail protection, and you're good with those. Pots, borders, doesn't matter. They can cope with any of those. 560577 is the item number if you'd like to go for that. £15.27 is the item number. Did you say pots, Stu?
Phlox.
Oh, Phlox, not pots. Got our beautiful carpet phlox collection for you here. Something that Adam uses a lot in your professional planting gardener life, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I've got time. Where's the...
We ain't got time.
Because you keep talking.
I'll talk.
I'll see if I can find the picture.
These produce these lovely little mounds of flowers that you get in springtime, and you're getting all of the different varieties. I think there's 4 different varieties included in there. And they do create a wonderful carpet of colour, don't they?
You could do technical stuff.
Yeah, you talk while I do the technical
yeah, so
bit.
these were basically the plants here that you see here. I planted some about this time last year, pretty much the same size, and in 1 year they've gone from that size to what hopefully Bex can show you in a moment. I'll put 9 in. There we go. Yeah, so about the same size as last year. These were already flowering 2 or 3 weeks ago. I drove past them yesterday. They're still looking pretty much the same.
Wow, really?
Yeah, and they're magnificent.
How long do the flowers last on Phlox?
These flower for about 4 to 6 weeks.
That's nice, isn't it? Yeah. That's a good amount of time.
And then they might occasionally send out an odd sporadic flower kind of after that. So really tough. They'll grow in really silly dry soil once they're established. Poor soils, really easy to grow. You get get really dramatic results with those. So, thanks for that. It was very impressive the way you did. I'll have to learn from you how to do that one. Yeah, you can learn me it.
I will learn you it,
don't
you worry.
It. Thank you.
Go for your carpet Phlox. They're brilliant at softening edges of like borders or pathways or just filling gaps in borders. And they're completely hardy. They just keep coming back for you every single year. 480358 is the item number. It's £12.73 for 12 plug plants. So it's just over £1 a plug, and you'll have them in your garden for many, many years. Brilliant plant, that one. Right, moving on, we've got the beautiful Salvia Lips collection again for you. Really popular. We might have got it wrong on the favourites table. It might get promoted.
What do you mean we?
Shush your mouth.
I didn't say they're going to be all the favourites, did I? Stu's got that clip.
All right,
so
I got it wrong.
I've got proof.
I'm all right to accept I might have got it wrong. We'll see, we'll see. It is an amazing collection. You're getting amethyst, you're getting hot lips, and you're getting cherry lips. I remembered. No, it's not written on the back. I actually remembered it this time. You're going to get 3 9cm pots, all 3 varieties. Wonderful, unique flowers you get on these.
They do, and for a long, long time. These flower for month after month after month, and these are great plants for super drought-stressed, dry gardens. They'll grow in sandy soils, stony soils, pebbly soils. They're not fussed about rich soil either. They've actually got really beautifully aromatic foliage as well. If you sort of scrunch the foliage and smell your hands, it's like a citrusy kind of fragrance to the foliage. Probably, again, a 4, 5, 6 month flowering period on these. And they will eventually, if you want them, they almost kind of form like a little shrub that will keep growing back the following year from where it left off the previous year. The one in Sean's garden is almost like a little bush now where he's sort of let it grow. But of course you can, if you want to, about mid-spring, trim them down to the height you want them to be. You'll get lots of lovely new green shoots come up. They'll start flowering very, very quickly for you. And these will come back year after year after year. The only place these won't survive, they don't like shade and they don't like wet soil, so avoid that, and they'll live for a long, long time.
There you go then, 560668 to go for the Salvia Lips collection. Excellent hardy perennial plant there for you. Really nice and simple, £12.72 club member price. Finally on this table we have got our rose of the week. This is the Lakeland from Harkness Roses. Look at what you are getting first of all, £12.74. That is... I mean, I can't say you're going to get this exact one, but that is very indicative of what you are going to be receiving. Really nice size. It may or may not have flowers on it right now. I know we were out doing the Chelsea chop the other day. We have to cut back plants at this time of year. But yes, it will give you flowers. Or it should then give you flowers this year. Yeah. Hopefully plenty of them as well. And just, it needs something to climb up. Yeah, and this is one that will grow in quite poor soils as well. It only gets to about 2.5 metres tall, so you could grow it up a little trellis. You could grow it over an archway, for example. And it flowers for a long, long time, this one. It flowers in clusters of these lovely kind of single, almost semi-double flowers. A bit like a dog rose flower, really. Beautiful yellow stamens in the middle, soft pink petals, a lovely gentle fragrance on this, a hardy, tough rose. Come back year after year. Give it a good feed as well. Feed your roses. Water them without blooming fast, because that will add all the trace elements as well. That will keep the lovely, healthy foliage. It will keep the flowers going. And yep, you're going to adore this one. It's got a sort of a simplicity and an innocence, but a real beauty about it at the same time. Stunning little rose. And then stunning little price as well. £12.74 is your discount club price, and there's no postage to pay. So you're going to get this home for £12.74. And this is from Harkness. These are award-winning rose breeders. Been in rose breeding since 1879. Won major medals at Chelsea Flower Show. I actually met Mr. Harkness the other day, which was interesting. Yeah, I did chat with him as well. I know, he's a lovely guy, isn't he? Yeah. He knows a lot about roses, absolutely. So 530727 is the item number if you'd like to go for the climbing rose, the Lakeland. Free postage as long as you're using that code. Savings as long as you're using that code. Make sure you're a club member as well so that you get all of those extra discounts as well. Right, over this way, just need to point out to you the Sunbelievable, please, because that is still on the buy one, get one free deal. So you put one in your basket, you enter the code, the other one will automatically get put into your basket for you. So it will just automatically appear and arrive for you. We'll give you the details on that, so if you want to add it in, it's 560541. You'll get 2 of them for £16.99 with no postage to pay. Everything that you're looking at in the potting shed has free postage as long as you are using that code. Right, we're going to play a game. The most popular item on this table. Well, the thing is, it was that, then it was that, but then you said that this started to get popular, so I'm going to
I'm going Sweet Williams.
I'm going Miscanthus. Adam is correct.
Again.
Get out. All right, Sweet Williams for you. You've got the 10 garden-ready plants included here.
That's their third or fourth week running. Not that I'm counting.
Not keeping count at all. Lovely, fragrant flowers that you get from these beautiful Sweet Williams. And, of course, they're garden-ready.
Yeah, they are. They're tough, they're hardy. They'll come back for you year after year. As Bex said, you can cut these as well. I have lovely cut flowers indoors. I have in mind with my grandma, because she always had Sweet Williams in a vase. Beautiful flowers. Nice sunny position. The pollinating insects adore them. The bees, the butterflies, the lacewings, they'll all land on these. Soft fragrance, but also looking at this you might think, oh, there's 2 or 3 different types in there. No, it's the same plant, but each flower has got slightly different colours to it. So as the flowers age, they'll start off like, they could be deep pink, they could be soft pink, they could be white. So you'll get that complete mix of flower colour just in that one flower head. And some of these are going to start flowering already. So if you want, you could actually pinch out that flower head and create more kind of branched plants. Or if you do leave it, you will get that central flower spike, but you might not get so many kind of side ones. So it's up to you, really. You do whatever.
Pinch it out!
Whatever suits you.
Go on,
you can pinch it
out.
Or leave it.
Pinch it, pinch it. £11.04 is your club discount price there. 10 of those. Of course, you can multi-order if you want to as well. 410230 is the item number. Go to YouGarden.com to place your order. We're coming over to the Shasta daisies for you next. I love saying Shasta daisy for some reason.
Yeah,
it feels nice.
Yeah, these are nice.
These are nice.
They've
absolutely.
got loads of names because they call them mesembryanthemums, leucanthemums, chrysanthemums.
Leucanthemum, I like that word.
Loads of different names.
Let's
These are
have a
good,
little
these
look.
plants, aren't they?
Rooty beauty. 3 9cm pots, half price deal for you on that one. And to be honest, once you've got the Shasta daisies in your garden, you never have to buy them again, do you?
No, these are going to flower for you as well. These have already got flower buds coming in the middle.
They have, haven't they?
Yeah, so they're going to be flowering in a matter of weeks for you. They gradually spread as well. They'll form a nice little colony, a nice little clump. And these are, there you go. These really are 2 litre sized plants in 9cm pots. The value on these is crazy ridiculous. These are tough, these are hardy. They'll get through any winter. They'll grow in full sun. They'll grow in part sun, part shade. They'll grow in containers, and they'll just give you months and months these beautiful pure white petals with these lovely yellow centres, and they'll be covered in pollinated insects.
I love that as well. Yeah, to get as many pollinators in your garden as you can. 560902 is the item number. £15 off there, £12.72 club price. They are really popular. I think they're going to stay on the favourites table. We'll have to wait and see, won't we? Finish on the Miscanthus, though, please. We're going over here to the beautiful one. It is the invisible plant, but that is because it is on pre-order at the moment, but it is labelled on the website as dispatching from tomorrow, so we'll have these very soon to get out to you. Get these, please. These have been really popular.
I just thought they were nano plugs. That's why we couldn't see them. But no, they're not. I'm being silly.
Look how beautiful.
Yeah, these are phenomenal. As I said earlier, you just need a pair of ostrich legs and an ostrich head, and it all just reminds me of an ostrich with those kind of huge, great big feathers. I mean, look at the contrast there. Those lovely, lovely white plumes against that deep red foliage.
I want them.
Starts off limey green, lovely fresh limey green in the spring. Then as the season moves on, you get these red tones come through, finally turning that fiery, gorgeous red. You can see against the autumn sky there the beauty of these, the lovely plumes lit by that low kind of autumn sunlight. Leave these through the winter as well. Don't chop them down. Just enjoy all the different colour changes of the foliage right the way through till spring, and then late winter, mid-spring, cut the clumps down to about 6 or 7 inches, no lower than that, because the new leaves will already be in the base of the old stems.
Right,
so if you go
otherwise
down,
you'll cut them off.
Yeah, if you go down too low, you're going to chop the tops off the new leaves. Tough, hardy, robust, come back year after year, not really fussed about soils. You're going to love this. It's going to be a talking point.
It is going to be a talking point. I will be placing my order for these. These are definitely coming to the new garden with me. No idea where they'll go, but I will find somewhere. I hope you can find a spot for them as well. 561362 is the item number, saving £5 on there, and it's £16.99 if you are a Discount Club member. Right, that's it for us for today. If you want to come back and join us in about an hour, we will be on TikTok. So if you're on TikTok, come and see us on there. I know there's a few of you watching now who will join us. The rest of you, though, we will be back on Sunday, and it's myself and Adam again.
It is.
So sorry if you're sick of us, but we will be back on Sunday to show you some more. We didn't get round everything, I'm pretty sure, so I think we've still got some stuff to show you on Sunday, so make sure you come back and tune in then. I hope you get some well-needed rain in your garden, and I hope it then clears off really quickly so you can go and sit out in the garden as well and do some gardening. It's been lovely to have your company as always. Thanks for watching, thanks for commenting, thanks for your orders. We'll see you on Sunday.
Bye.